Hello everyone, and welcome back to RPG Night with Sass, Volume 3. I think the title is wrong on the channel. Yeah, it's not the 15th, it's the 22nd. Sigh. Okay, let's start with that. Oops. Okay. 22nd, 2019, yes. Done. Okay, so, welcome to the campaign. There is stuff going on, and we took a prisoner, kind of. He did try to kill us, and he did kill the council. So, we are definitely gonna have to see what we can do with him and see how we can fix this, because he definitely needs some fixing, and we need answers to a lot of questions. But let's go ahead and hop back into the Discord and see what we got.
You know what? Just for the heck of it, I'll allow the glitter.
Oh, we're allowing glitter now.
Oh my god, yes.
Just for the hell of it. I mean, if you
sitting here
really want to
removing
be
glitter
that
nail polish, my
savage,
fingers are
Ooh.
coated in glitter.
Man, glitter nail polish is the worst.
they want to put it on,
Pretty.
and they want
It
to
is.
put it on Gorabash today.
I mean, the ultimate torture.
Why not the
Make
Why
sure
not the
it's-
glitter lipstick?
Make sure it's pink.
Sass was here in pink glitter
Okay.
lipstick.
Man, y'all just man. I was thinking about traditional torture methods such as I don't know, breaking a finger or
Nah, man, we're full into
or
that psychological
No, no.
torture shit.
psychological
No.
torture
We're
now.
gonna break a nail.
Oh, man. You monster!
Uh-huh.
You see, no, breaking a nail is one thing. Slowly pulling one out with a pair of tweezers is another.
No. You chip
No.
the nail first, then you chip it again, then you chip
Yes.
a different fingernail, and
worse.
then you remove the fingernail.
You know what? I have an even more devious idea.
Oh god, what?
I am going to make him itchy in the middle of his back where he can't itch it.
After his nails have been chipped.
No.
In the middle of his back where he can't
Even
reach.
Even better. Make
Uh-huh.
it when the glitter nail polish is still wet so he gets glitter
Oh.
all over his back. He goes,
Oh
"Try."
yes. Now,
Man.
what happens then? Because I know I can actually reach like all corners of my back because of reasons. So what happens if he can reach this spot?
Then we tie his hands.
Nah, just remove him.
Guys, can we get into in character so we can discuss this in character?
In front of him so that he knows
I'm
exactly which
waiting
one
to summon
happens.
my earth elemental. It's gonna happen.
Liz,
Oh, yeah,
you don't
you're
even
still
want to
channeling
know the
that.
messed up stuff in my
Liz.
head.
Oh, I'm
Let me
excited.
just tell you that much.
I have a feeling I know half of them. I don't
Do
know
you?
want to know the other half.
The giggles confirm.
The giggles confirmed. Oh my god.
Alright, let's get started.
Anyway. Yes, let's get started with the enhanced interrogation tech. Investigation into Gorabash, right? Absolutely. So, last time on Sass RPG 2.5, let's just say you found the council, and then you found a dead council. Gorabash might have, well, you know that Gorabash murdered one of them. The other ones you can infer that probably.
We'll need an investigator to check.
You know what? Somebody should roll an investigation, put on a hat, get a pipe, start smoking a pipe, and get on that.
I probably got a hat and a pipe in my disguise kit. Be right back.
And on that note, where is my? Oh yeah, I moved it. That's right, because I have it there. Right. So, after demolishing the guards with slurping sounds, tentacles, and who knows what was going on in that Hunger Fadar.
Insightful tea time. Nothing more. Nothing.
So
Yes.
that's what those slurping noises were. It was tea all the
Oh,
time.
absolutely. Just eternal sipping through the void.
Was it Earl Grey?
Oh God, not Earl Grey.
No, chai.
Chai, okay. This makes sense then.
It's worse. It's worse.
Just many men of culture sipping tea inside the void. They had so much fun that they stayed in the void forever. Sipping tea. Oh my god, I now need to see Magnus with a monocle now going, I say, good sir. Propping up a tea glass while watching Hunger of Hadar doing work. I need this in my life now. Anyway. You confronted Gorabash in his in his underground workshop and proceeded to inform him that his plan was stupid and that he was stupid.
By
Also
strangling
that
the
his
shit
goal-
out of him. By strangling the shit out of him.
Yeah, you did a fine job of strangling him, that's for sure. But yeah, he lays unconscious on the floor right now. With imprints of fingers in, like, not imprints, but like you can tell somebody's been squeezing the life out of him, even after you've let go of him. And the two golems that you were dealing with, they lay shattered, motionless on the ground, and in many pieces.
And Akaya is still on the floor summoning an earth elemental, correct?
Correct. She was 6 turns in, I believe? Question mark? I believe it was 6.
Right?
We're calling it
5.
6. We're calling it 6 now because this is next turn, so we're calling it 6.
I think it's more like 4.
We're calling it 6 because the
Okay.
DM doesn't want to have to go look.
It's fine.
Lovely.
Just let me know when that is finished.
That will happen soon enough. Let's start with everybody who's above ground right now. Or I shouldn't say above ground. That's not true because some of you are below ground.
It was 5 rounds.
I
5
think
rounds.
all,
Okay.
I think
I
all
scrolled
of
up
us
to
are-
actually look for where it was. It's
We're
5 rounds.
Okay, this is round 6. I'm still technically somewhat right.
Actually,
Anyway.
the only person who's above ground right now is the guard captain because Akaya is in the ground and all of us are underground.
The
Wait,
DM
I
is going
was-
to eat a cracker,
Stunning
sip some
observation.
lemonade,
BRB.
and ask the party what the hell is it doing. Okay.
Well, Voldir's climbing out of the hole first.
I no longer wish to be in the hole.
Anybody who wishes to get out of the hole can do so. I will not require a check.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I will drag Gorbash out of the hole. Although I'm going to pick up and stow his axe in my inventory.
Okay. I will need a strength check real quick. It'll be a low DC since he is unconscious.
I'm
Athletics?
still okay.
I'll just be a
Wait, no, I'm not.
we'll call it a DC 10 check because you
DC
do
10
have
check.
yeah, it's a DC 10 strength check, or you can do
Oh,
well then.
Fine, I guess I will do athletics. I was just going
Athletics,
to.
yeah. I was gonna tell you athletics. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I was gonna tell you athletics is perfectly fine too if you just want to do athletics, but yeah, 15 will work. Yeah, even with that nat 4, it'd have been fine with athletics.
Well-
Yeah, you get him above ground.
Kind of gesturing to the guard captain. Found your conspirator.
God damn it! Of all the bloody things. He starts to pull out some shackles, secures his legs, secures his arms behind him. He's still alive?
Should be.
Yeah, as far as I can tell.
Sharon, you asked that before you put on the shackles.
If anybody wants to make that check, it is a medicine check.
Yep, hang on.
By
Are we
the
all
way,
capable or just one?
Anyone?
Could be anybody.
He's using
think
one of
it's
these. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Nice.
No, I wasn't saying anything important.
Can I?
20 is sufficient.
How long do you think it'll be until it comes back around?
20 is sufficient for information. He's still alive. You hear faint breathing. His chest is barely rising. He's very clearly unconscious. He looks like he might be out for a couple minutes, at minimum. You beat him up there pretty good. He's gonna be a bit.
Can we remove his armor?
That's gonna take about 10 minutes to do so. By the way, did somebody say they were removing his axe from his person?
Process, I believe.
Yes.
Because it's on the
he-
ground, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was saying when
Oh.
I was. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, Croesus, I'd like to tell you that you'll be gaining a fancy axe here.
In before cursed.
It's not cursed.
In before you're lying.
Oh, I mean, I could make a cursed axe for you if you'd really like that. I could totally do
Aha!
that.
I knew it.
I could totally do that, but it's not cursed. It is a add 1 battle axe plus 2 to your inventory, Croesus. It is considered magical as a weapon.
GG. Battle axe plus 2. Yeah, got it.
Before I get out of the hole, is there anything of note in here?
Unless you like crumbled stone golem.
Speaking of that, are there any sort of stones that I could use as sling bullets?
Perception check. Advantage.
Okay, reception.
Yeah, you could probably... There's probably about, let's call it 10 stones you can find down here that would work just fine for a sling bullet.
Okay.
I think he was using one of these. Over towards the guard captain, Valdir's gonna pull out the old pistol Gorbash had, the one that he shot the pixie with, and hand it to the guard captain. No idea what the hell it is, but
I've seen him wave this around a couple times. Talked about it being some sort of this wave of the future or whatnot. Said that he mastered iron and made it so that you wouldn't have to get up close to someone and stab them with something. You could use this and pierce them with iron. Crazy talk from a lunatic.
But
I've
it
seen.
worked.
Let me tell you what I saw here today. I saw individuals take down a man who thought his technology was superior. As far as I'm concerned, that wave of the future can wait. One only needs a good arm and, well, a good head on their shoulders to survive out here. Speaking of which, he walks over to Gorabash, or at least I should say the unconscious body of Gorabash, picks him up from the collar and pulls him to his feet. Here, bud, yes, I did say I was going to do that. It's almost. Just give it a sec. Almost.
But specifically, the verb I use.
Yes. Yes. I'll tell you. That's going to happen in 5, 4, 3, 2.
No, see,
One.
no,
Right now.
you didn't catch it. You didn't.
It's ready.
Okay.
Oh. All right. Well, what on earth is that? What is that contraption? Oh. Oh. Okay.
Thanks.
Sorry. Let's see where. Oh, yes. Gorbash is still unconscious right now, by the way. Well,
I suppose the question is, what now? For you, at least. Better yet, for the city. Well, your council. Looks like your whole council's out.
well, the irony of this is that whoever was pulling the strings wanting a coup, they damn well got it.
Here's why we call. There were 7 names on the list, but I only see 6 corpses and 1 future corpse there. Was he on the council?
No, he wasn't. But he would have been if everything had gone according to his plan. Or rather, he would have been the only member of the council. Which, the irony of it is that with him dead, or, well, soon to be with his transgressions, the next in line would be me.
Congratulations on your promotion.
He spits on the ground. To hell with that. Not
Can
so.
I roll inside against him?
Sure, you can roll inside against him. Some of that spit is a little bit of blood from getting bloodied up by one of the golems. As far as you can tell, he does not seem to be lying.
And specifically, he doesn't particularly want to be part of the council or doesn't care for the council.
Does not seem like he is. You can only infer based on the statements that he's made whether he's lying or not, or seems to be omitting or hiding truth. He does not seem to be lying. From what you can tell, he does not seem to be lying or omitting truth or anything to that nature. Your character would infer that he is indeed telling the truth, that he is not happy with the fact that he is about to become the sole member of this council.
Listen, I understand what it's like not wanting the responsibility.
It's not about the responsibility. You think my men out there? You think I'm going to leave my men out there without somebody to take care of them? To hell with that. It takes me away from what good I can do around here. Other people are better for this position. Me? Nah. This isn't my calling. Being out there and making sure these people are safe is my calling.
You know, Kazurak Morhara once had a saying. He who does not desire the mantle of leadership is the most fit for it.
Can I get a confirmation here? Did you speak Draconic before translating into Common?
That the
It's a name.
Draconic is the name.
Okay. No, I just want to make sure because I thought I heard something. So okay.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a Draconic name.
A Draconic name.
And then he said the thing.
Okay. You've studied them.
Studied the classics, yes.
The classics. The classics are the ones that paved the road for us. The ones that paved the road and made sure that we can be here today, taking their lessons and forging ahead with them. Never steered us wrong.
And then you know that General Tomdors, the Fourth Age, stated that the man who's more informed of his men is better informed to rule their people. I butchered what I was trying to say there, but I think
I understand. Persuasion check advantage based on appealing to his interests.
Got it. Coming up. 1 sec. Looking at my modifier.
Yep.
That's a 13.
Okay. At advantage.
Oh, at advantage. That's right.
At
Whoops.
advantage. Uh-huh.
Thank you. That is much better. That's a 17.
That's a 17. Okay. If it restores order around here, perhaps for a time, I still feel others would be better fit to deal with the mantle, but to recover from this, I would at least consider.
Think about it as a different perspective. You wouldn't want us running the place around here, would you?
He smirks and he says, "Better you than him."
Speaking
But
of
your
him-
point is taken. He kind of almost like half laughs, but like, you know, he kind of half laughs. Was like, he kind of retracts it. He's like, a lot of you did a lot more for this city than anyone else did, other than maybe Gorabash.
Does that mean you'll be pardoning us of our crimes today?
Put little air quotes over Cross's head when he says crimes.
Well, I say crimes. I mean, you know, breaking
I
in.
can just imagine just Marasi just above, like kind of sneaking up and just above, like hiding completely behind Croesus, and just two elven hands popping up as he's saying crimes. Go air quotes.
I'm seeing less sneaky, more frantic.
I'd have to jump.
I'm talking about when we, you know, ran through guards and pushing them, shoving them, smashing them with a warhammer. That's assault, right? And then we went into the council chamber when it was clearly closed. That's breaking and entering, is it not? And then we broke some statues. That's definitely destruction of property.
Last I checked, you were on an official capacity. Mine, specifically.
Hey.
As far as I'm concerned, you were acting on my orders. As he says with a little bit of a, almost like a grin on his face, like, y'all shut up now.
Well, council leader. Kind of cracks his knuckles. What do you say we do with him?
Well,
But
the right thing to do.
Hold that thought.
Nice.
Look
Nice.
what it is. It's ready.
Who's your friend?
What do you mean? Who's my friend?
Name him. Name him. Name him.
Oh,
Name
God.
him.
His name is Stoned. I did it.
No, it's Rob. Get it? Rob Stone?
I'm gonna call him Bob Marley.
Oh no.
Bob for short.
Yep, this checks
Hi.
out.
Bob.
His name is Bob, and I need a token for him. Damn it.
Bob, do something.
God damn it, Arcana.
There's a song called Bob that's really good.
Anyways. Fight's over.
Oh, that's okay. My friend can stay for an hour,
We could definitely
and he
use him.
will. Oh yes.
Because he's intimidating as fuck.
Actually, your friend could come in handy. Would you mind allowing your friend to assist us in escorting former advisor to the council, Gorabash, to his new permanent address?
Sure. Come on, Bob.
Last I heard, though, he was already in jail. How'd he get out?
A question I'd also like answered.
I mean, we could just entomb him.
He was pretty close with, what was it, the East Guard captain?
West.
West Guard. He was pretty
The
close to
Wicked
the
Witch
West
of the
Guard
West.
captain.
We also should take a couple of precautions, as pretty sure he's proficient in spellcasting.
Do you think
So,
he's
cover
gonna
his
be
mouth,
elemental?
cover his fingers. There we go. Job done.
But if we want him to answer questions, then we can't cover his mouth.
We just rip out his teeth.
Okay.
The casual, we'll just rip out his teeth. He can't talk then. Oh, wait.
That's, okay.
Jeez.
It's hard to pronounce things correctly. Can't do the vocal part of the spell if you don't know the vocal.
I mean, don't most spells require components? Just make sure he doesn't have any components on him.
But if he has a focus, we'll take away the focus, but
You're looking for a focus on him?
Cover his eyes.
You won't have a focus.
there are some spells that are vocal.
Don't
What
most
is it?
spells
It's
require you
vocal,
to see.
somatic, and material.
Some do. There's one particular I'm thinking of that doesn't, and is rather dangerous for this particular thing.
Oh boy.
Misty Step.
That's the one. You don't have to know where you're going, you don't have to be able to see it, and you don't need anything but vocal.
This is true. And it's a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And how high level is the spell?
But no. You need to be able to see it.
Do you need to be able to see it?
Unoccupied space that you can see.
Okay, perfect. Blindfolding them. Good to go.
That covers that. I have a small question, Councilman. We had business that we didn't know about beforehand. There's something that we need that might be in his house.
I see. What are you looking for?
Marasi?
Yes.
They said it should be with him, didn't they?
What? Sorry, I was listening to Octaya.
He's talking about the book.
Oh. He had said he only had information about it. I don't think he outright said that he had it. Plus, I have an idea of where it actually is, and it's not here.
Well, consider what's going on here. As far as I'm concerned, you want to take a quick peek in his house for something of yours? I'll send 2 guards to escort you, but be my guest.
Fair's fair.
I can get you an hour in there. That's it.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ride Bob? Like, thinking.
Yes, I'll allow it.
Earth elemental size large.
You can ride on his shoulders.
I love it. Fantastic.
How big is the doorway leading out of this room?
How big are the doors to this room?
Just in reference to Bob.
Oh, yeah. That's a great question. Let's check the size of these doors, shall we? It's about... Well, this door is about maybe... it's about maybe 8 foot high, maybe about... maybe... about 4 foot wide. Bob might not fit. But, good news, Bob has a key.
His face is a key.
His fist is a key. I mean, his face. You don't want to mess up his face. God, what kind of monster are you?
It's less so
Apparently
that
a
he has to
stone golem.
punch and more so that he just walks through.
Oh, okay.
I just want to say that this might dampen our newfound relationship with the Northgard captain.
Listen, with the amount of damage that Gorbash put on this place,
As far as I'm concerned. Look.
Fine.
And he
we'll
points
pay
to
for
the
the
other,
repairs.
and he points to the other door that's on the other side that's a little bit bigger.
Hey.
Maybe a little bit better suited to your needs. It's about maybe... Now, I'll tell you, you probably won't be able to ride Bob on the way out, but Bob could probably fit through that door by himself, and then after you're through the door, then you can continue to ride Bob.
Okay, so I'll get on Bob after it happens.
Yes.
That's fine.
Mhm.
Onward, mighty steed.
Look. Those guards up there. I'm assuming, those guards back there, I'm assuming that they still alive up there or no?
hit him non-lethal where we could. Mainly just try to push through.
I mean, we left before that's what I tended, well, there.
Yeah, Valdir, you did leave the fight before it concluded.
I was talking from our perspective, like what
Yeah,
we
yeah.
did.
Yeah. Some things just can't be helped, unfortunately. Those men will be honored, at least. They did their job. At least tried to. They were operating under bad orders.
Well, you're in position to make him good orders.
Can't undo the past.
No,
But at least
can
we
only
can
learn from
fix- At least we can fix the now. Let's get out of here. Grabs Gorabash by, and Gorabash still unconscious. He grabs him kind of by the underneath the shoulder, starts to lift him. If you would please, kind of back towards Octaya.
I was gonna say, can Bob carry him, please?
That was kind of the idea he was inferring.
Yes. Octavia will say, Bob, take it away.
And Bob just kind of scoops him up with his feet off the ground. That's easy peasy stuff. And
Have we removed his armor?
his armor is not removed. It'll take you about 10 minutes to remove his armor.
Should we do
We're
that resistance?
Limited time.
Well, he's disarmed. He has no weapons. He is disarmed and shackled. But He currently still has his armor on. It's going to take you 10 minutes to remove it.
What if multiple people assist in the taking off?
How many people?
Like if I offer to help take off the armor as well.
I'll help.
So 3.
I will help.
Reduces the
4.
time by half if you have help.
Yeah, I'm thinking through this right now because there's multiple people involved, but I'm going to say a maximum of 4 people total can work with this, based on the available space involved. Maximum 4 people. I'll say it's going to take you 2 minutes.
Yes.
Are both Marassi and Valdir helping in this?
Yeah. Well, I'm
Sure.
helping.
I was just wondering if one of you two would mind keeping an arrow trained on him, just in case.
Suppose I will.
Takes about 2 minutes. He stays unconscious the whole time. You are able to remove all of his armor. Gonna strip him of his title and his dignity. God, y'all are monsters.
I mean, that thing is pretty thick. No, Liz, if you're doing what I think you're doing, that was not my intent.
Wrong thick.
Oh my god.
Well, okay then.
All right. Oh, okay. Shenanigans are over. For now.
Shenanigans are never over.
For now. Anyway.
Where are we taking him?
We're taking him to the northern barracks. Well, wait. As I have to make a roll. Give me a second. Damn it. No, we can't take him to the northern barracks.
Have you had a ship?
Wouldn't look good in the public eye to take him to your ship.
Probably not, considering he may not get off the ship.
House arrest. Probably the best option.
A place that he knows. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Place he knows with nothing physical in it except for a bed, a dresser, that's it. And 2 guards at his side at every moment he lives.
Do you guys not have a prison in town? At all?
Seems
Let's
a different
see.
barracks at different.
The northern barracks, well, Philnon. He looks at you, Philnon.
I can explain.
Don't have to. I know the story.
I've got the
If you have
perfect place we could
You
take
were
him.
set up. You were set up. Western barracks probably compromised. Southern barracks is a greenhorn. Southern barracks led by a greenhorn. I don't trust him to tie his shoes, let alone keep a prisoner.
Maybe he could practice tying the prisoner's shoes.
As much as I'd pay to see that, I'd much rather not. We don't have that time or luxury of time.
You got a pillory?
I may have one other solution.
Ooh, Marassi. We could. They did not.
They did temporarily.
Closed for renovations.
Yeah, we've just asked to borrow a room. May
We're
need
not talking
some.
about the plane.
We might need some sort of water breathing though.
Talking about that.
I have it.
Talking about that. Oh God, you're serious, aren't you?
I mean,
I have water breathing.
Then again, all things considered,
place is the death
it may
trap.
not be the worst. That may not be the worst idea. I can't believe we're actually making Davy Jones' locker legit story location now. God damn it!
You
actually
made
pulled this
it!
off. Because you wanted to be a tourist, damn it!
Yeah, I'm now a tourist with a prisoner.
You're a tourist with a political hostage.
Yeah.
God damn it!
Yeah.
Ah. What?
Fight me! I'm gonna get my tourism bureau yet.
Where did I put that? There it is. Okay. So are you legitimately suggesting Davy Jones' locker? I just want to make sure. Is that a legitimate suggestion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just asking. I'm just making sure. I want to make sure that wasn't intended OC. So
Nope, that
okay.
was in character the whole time.
Okay, just making sure. We'd have to track the bastard down, but we find him. It's not a bad solution to the problem. I'd much prefer in a jail cell, but I don't trust any of the jail cells right now. I don't trust any of the barracks right now. At least it's in town on a neutral site. Marossi, persuasion check advantage. No, persuasion check normal, please.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it is the greatest idea ever, and every guest gets a bottle of essential oils.
Oh boy, I love plant juice.
Excuse you, it's not plant juice. That's for commoners. Essential oils is where it's at.
It's the same.
I know. It's still for commoners. That's the point. Branding. Oh, things happening. By the way, anything else that needs to happen down here? Oh, yeah, the removal of the armor. Give me one moment. Who currently has the armor?
First person to want to disarm him?
Which would be whom?
It'd probably to be me, but there's no way I can wear that armor.
No, there's no way you. Well, I don't know. Because let's start off with the fact that you've acquired one shield +2.
I wouldn't mind that.
You also acquire one breastplate +2.
So is it Valdir who said he wanted the shield?
I wouldn't mind either, let's be honest here. That's some damn good armor.
It is.
The frontliners suddenly go, "You what?"
That's some damn good armor.
I offer it. You're welcome to have it.
You're offering both or just the one?
Both. I can't choose either.
Valdir, I can just be like,
Greedy eyes, I'll take them both.
My precious.
I'll be adding those in a moment.
Yeah, I think
When
I
they-
should actually lower my
when
AC
they-
by 3.
When they make it harder to stealth? No?
Not
No,
for me.
not breastplate. Breastplate actually does not have disadvantage on stealth checks.
Medium armor master. No medium
Doesn't
armor
matter.
has disadvantage. And
Yeah,
even
but
with breastplate, it doesn't have disadvantage issue
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, anyone can wear that and not have disadvantage on stealth checks. It is the half plate armor, and there's one other that does have a disadvantage. I do believe, if memory serves me correct, it is
Scale mail.
Scale, yeah.
Which is what I'm wearing.
Yeah, well,
But
guess
medium
what?
armor
Now
master. Yep.
yeah. Well, now you've got
Sweet.
something else. Yeah.
I'll be adding those in a moment.
Yeah. Suddenly, that AC just shoots through the roof. Yeah. Well, whenever you're ready, let's get this over with.
Onward, ever onward, in the inevitable march to death.
Just damn.
So, if you don't mind me asking, what are you sitting at now?
Let's see. That's 14
Assuming you
plus-
have all of it equipped.
With all of it equipped, okay? That's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 AC.
So what you're saying is I can sometimes accidentally aim an Eldritch Blast at you and might dodge it anyway.
Yes.
Nice!
Plus 5 to my AC. Jesus.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah.
So what you're saying here is that Valdir is going to be much tougher to hit. What you're saying here is that if, for any reason, an Eldritch Blast goes astray and you want to use Valdir's shield as a way to reflect things around the corner, and, you know...
Are you
Science
trick
report.
shotting Eldritch Blasts now?
I have been for months.
You just don't know it yet.
I didn't know that was a mirror shield, though.
It's not.
Oh.
It's not. But, you know, science requires experimentation.
Doesn't one of us have a mirror shield?
No.
Mhm.
I thought someone did, okay.
Nope, not in this campaign.
You're right, that's not one of the magical items I have.
So, what's the party doing?
I will say, Bob, take him away. Davy
Is-
Jones' locker.
Davy Jones' locker, okay. And is Octaya riding on Bob's shoulder?
Yes.
Octaya, as you exit, as you exit,
After he
this-
exits.
right, as everybody exits, you get on his shoulder. You start climbing some stairs. It appears to be kind of a square roundabout staircase. Would you come up to the top of it, and you're back in the great hall? You're back in that entrance hall from before, the one with 6 doors. You've come up one of the doors that you opened already. You do not hear any fighting outside, by the way. It's quiet.
Assuming that I've followed along behind, can I check to make sure that the kitchen isn't burning down?
You can very clearly not smell any smoke or any additionals. Like, the smoke is dissipating. It is not burning down. There's no threat of fire in there or anything like that. It is...
Burning down the house.
As I turn, I accidentally drop my torch and I hit some grease and then it burns everything down.
Legit?
No.
Okay.
No.
I was gonna say, suddenly, you spot Gordon Ramsay around the corner. No.
Though I did extinguish my torch somewhere safe.
Easy enough to do. I'm assuming the party's following? Is that correct?
Yes.
You You reach outside. The fighting has definitely subsided. There's
Valdir is. But
You see the aftermath of what was a huge battle. Several weapons and shields on the ground. Blood spatters. No corpses, though. No bodies. But it is empty. It looks like one side definitely won. But you can't tell just yet from your current position.
Oi, councilman.
He's with you, by the way.
Yeah, I know, he's just getting his attention. We're gonna have to return that 300 you paid us.
What for?
Well, first of all, I want to make sure your men get paid for the work they did here, didn't they? Don't you? Second of all, we've got his personal fortune for you to pull all that from. Confiscated.
First off, my men got paid their full salary. Second off, my men willingly gave that money back to me to give to you. Would you insult their offer?
Nah, not insult. It's more so trying to make sure that they know that while it's appreciated greatly, we would hate to take bread from their table.
Not taking bread from their table. They offered it. They wanted you to have it. Besides, the one taking bread from the table, well, he's in our custody now.
Can I insight check him again?
Sure.
On regard.
You're rolling insight. You don't sense any lies coming from him. You don't sense any lies coming from him. Don't forget to take a dodge action as well.
Yeah, actually, I will do that.
An arrow zips by his ears suddenly. No, I'm just kidding.
And a small question past that, then. What are you doing with Gorbash's fortune, as I'm assuming it's going to be confiscated?
That it will. If you're worried about my men, if you're worried about any of the men around here, they'll be justly compensated, as will these people. Keep the money. Any repayment of that, or, well, that money's going back to the people who need it. You were offered a job, you accepted. You helped protect these people, you deserve compensation just as much as they do. Would it be fair? Would it be fair if I told you that for all the work that you did, you'd be given nothing and told to like it?
Well, it wasn't that we would be given nothing. I was saying, let them have their 300 back and you can take it from his fortune. After all, it's getting confiscated anyways.
That it is. It's getting confiscated, but this isn't my decision. This is my men's decision. Persuasion disadvantage if you want to press the issue.
I will. 12.
The only thing I can do for you is tell them what you told me. It's up to them. What they do with their pay is up to them, not me.
Just an offer.
I'll take it to them. I offer no promises after that.
What's your plan with Gorbash's company?
That... Oh, you're talking about the... Yeah, you're talking about the stalls and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know just yet. As of right now, the fairest solution is martial law is declared on the city short term. Big one shut down. That's no longer any form of a threat. I think it would be a stall-by-stall basis afterwards. I think most of those people are good people. I've not seen a problem with them. I see no reason to keep them from doing the job that they're wanting to do. Maybe make the stalls owned by the individuals who run them.
Or
Stall-by-stall basis.
if you need to slowly deconstruct it, transfer ownership to us. We can slowly try to deconstruct the whole affair, make it so that people aren't suddenly losing their entire job or their entire stall because they can't support themselves.
You're asking to own the entire business?
Only for those that need it. Those that want to go their own way,
That's not a good idea. That would be seen as a hostile takeover.
yeah, just an offer.
That said, there is a building here that has a sudden vacancy. I would say that if you're insisting on returning... Excuse me as I make a roll. If you are insisting on returning that money to my men, I mean, if that's really the way you want to do this, just so happens that there's a sudden vacancy in a rather large building in town. Pretty much stripped bare except for the essentials for making weaponry. Wouldn't you know? Seems to have a listing price of 300 gold.
What the rest do you say? Have a
One
place to come
condition
back to?
One condition on this offer. You wouldn't own it immediately. There's a lot of work that would have to be done to restore order to the city. I'd recommend coming back a little later. Let's say a few weeks from now.
Valdir looks at the party.
I'll mark it on my calendar.
Just for point of reference, he is recommending 3 weeks from today is what he is recommending here to wait. He is willing to give ownership of that building to the party immediately, but basically get out of town for 3 weeks while he restores order.
What do you all say?
Yeah.
Place to come home to?
I don't really see much of a use for it, so I'm gonna say
Voldir,
again.
real quick, on top of... Actually, no, not Voldir. You've not seen these places. Marasi and Croesus. History check, please.
Okay. Suspicious.
Very much so.
16.
Yeah, that's about right.
Croesus sips his drink.
I don't pay attention to buildings.
You pay attention to the people in them and whether or not they have the correct passcode to the door,
Possibly.
even though you already have it with your hammer.
Possibly. I neither confirm or deny anything.
Yeah, Marasi, however, recalling the back area that you went into, interestingly enough, you could gather that it may take some work, but if you really, really, really wanted to, you could probably convert that into a living area for the entire party. It would consume an entire floor to do so.
Okay.
That building is, as far as you have seen, a 2-story building. At least in terms of on the inside. 2 livable stories.
Okay. Interesting.
This sounds like a nice place for the tourism board.
No, wouldn't it be?
Dear Lord!
Bottom floor business, top floor living.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect.
Not to mention the fact it's a good place to call home. And with the ship, might be able to get warehousing through it.
Many options.
What do you say? Worth 300 gold?
I'd say so.
Let me run that by my men. If they accept the return of the gold, as far as I'm concerned, we're the proud owners of a new building.
Ooh.
Just want to make sure we don't step on any toes.
Dexter, see.
If you want it in writing, I'd be more than happy to give it to you in writing. But that may take a day or 2.
Talk it over with your men first. See if they're alright with it. Then we'll get it in writing.
It's contingent on that. Wouldn't have it any other way. He offers his hands out to you, Voldir.
Shake it happily. I'm gonna send you a PM of something I'm gonna say to him on the shake.
No problem. Okay, this is going to be whispered, not intending to hide from everybody else. Is that correct?
Not intending, no. It's just I'm gonna say it. Well, no, enough people know Draconic. Hang on.
Okay. Also, yes, Earbud, yes.
Took you long enough to notice.
He'd basically say sealed in scale and gold.
He'd
Question.
respond to you in Draconic.
Okay, then. I was going to ask if the guard actually knew Draconic at all, and you're just babbling at him, but carry on.
Voldir, he responds, sealed in blood and honor.
Lean over to Valdir in Draconic. I think you done fucked up, man.
Shit.
Hang on just a second here.
Alright, I'm back. What'd I miss?
Voldir apparently fucking up.
Yep.
No.
Well,
no.
it depends on how you define fuck up, but yeah. It's not going to impact the rest of us, just him.
Wait, what happened? Did he say something?
Yeah.
Is it the way he's dressed?
It's talking in Draconic to somebody and they answer him
That
back
is-
in Draconic.
That is the intent of the response. Voldir?
Yep.
You saw the whisper?
Yeah, reading now.
Okay.
Okay, thank you much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you done not fucked up with that. Okay.
There was something else that we were referring to, but yes.
Okay. I mean, he kind of hinted at it with the old ways. He
Yep.
kind of hinted at
I
it.
remember. I know.
Got more pressing issues to deal with right now, though. Let's get him somewhere secure.
Lead on, Marassi.
Actually, I do believe the one in control of Gorbash is currently one Octaya and Bob.
Yeah, it's not me.
Well, yeah, they're
Well,
controlling, but she knows the way.
Ah, yes,
It's
this is
just
fair.
Davy
Octaya
Jones'
doesn't
locker.
know the way.
Alright.
do you know the way?
Alright, I'll walk towards Davy Jones' locker.
Okay, you head to Davy Jones' locker.
Bob will follow Rossi.
Bob, follow Marassi.
I have a sudden desire for chocolate chip cookies, and I feel sad.
Ah!
Damn it!
Chocolate chip, damn it!
You had to.
You
Oh.
had
Was that in character?
In character, out of character, multi-dimensional, doesn't matter. Now everyone's infected with the same desire.
God
Cookies!
There's a reference here I'm not getting.
No,
There isn't
just
a
want
reference, it's my
cookie.
stomach.
It's just cookies. That's literally it. That's
The
the worst
reference
part.
is my stomach.
Okay.
Gonna need a quotation from your stomach. Make sure to include that in your footnotes. Anyway, so the entire party heading along to Davy Jones' locker. The door, however, is not locked this time. It opens for you. Ah, fancy to see you here again. How can I help you?
Hi,
Man is back.
we need a room, please.
Ah, need a room again. How long?
An hour or two, probably.
Hour or two? Just an hour?
Yeah.
Hey, Marassi, aren't we still paid up from last time?
I think we might be. Can I have the keys back to my room?
Not a week has passed already.
It's been a week already?
I don't think so.
Not sure about that. I think at least a day or so more on that.
Oh, no. The week has passed already. It's definitely passed already.
Does he see Bob?
He sees Bob and does not give a single fuck about Bob.
Interesting.
I mean, given that you were unable to provide services for the whole week without a refund,
No, it's been a week already. It's been a week already, hasn't it?
I only was here for 2 days, though. Paid for a week and only got 2 days of service out of it because you closed.
What?
The whole floor.
I closed?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. I did close it for renovations. Hold on one moment. He kind of shuffles around below his desk. Where did I put that? And he throws a pot over the top of the counter. Throws a couple fish over the counter. All right.
Do I
He
have
goes
to make
over-
a dex save to avoid the pot and fish?
No. He goes over to
Okay.
the fish. He reaches inside the mouth of the fish and pulls out a key. Here you go.
Excuse me. Wait, what?
Thanks.
Hands it to Marassi.
I, like, 2 fingers out away from my body. Thank you.
Croesus, don't
Same
you have
room
a
as
room as
before.
well?
Watch your step.
Great, thanks.
He opens the door and goes back to. By the way, I wouldn't recommend the waterbed right now. It's a wee bit broken.
Not surprised.
Hey, Croesus, Croesus, don't you have a room as well?
What?
I'm sorry, what?
Didn't you have a room as well?
Yeah, but that was on her time. No, that's not right. I pay for my own stuff.
You did pay for your own stuff.
Yes.
And unless I'm mistaken, we've only got one key.
No, I got my own key.
Oh, you still have it? Okay.
Possibly. You weren't talking to the guy behind the counter. You weren't here when you closed the building for renovations with me inside. So I completely forgot about the key.
Not to worry, you already have the key.
Fantastic.
The key? He gets right up, really creepily, uncomfortably in your face, and,
Please, no.
and puts his one finger on the side of your head. He's right here. But don't mind me. Go on, enjoy your rooms. And he just kind of ducks back beneath the desk. Now, where did I put that thing? And he throws another fish over the top of the counter. Throws a stack of paper. Oh wait, I didn't mean to throw those over there. And he goes back over the counter, starts picking up the fish that he threw over the counter.
Go into the stairs.
Leaves the papers.
Leave this shit show
And-
alone.
Can I look at some of the paper?
Sure, it's on the floor.
Nice. I pick up a piece of paper.
It has no writing on it.
Sorry, is the fish still on the counter?
No, it's on the floor. On your side of the floor of the desk.
There's fish.
There are he's picked up one of them. There's still 2 fish on the ground.
How many pieces of paper?
Darn it.
25.
25 pieces of paper?
25 pieces of paper on the floor.
I see. You're playing the 25 card pickup.
He's playing 25 card pickup with himself.
Can I ask if they are important?
Yes. Very important paper. Very.
I immediately put them on the counter.
Thank you. Such a gentleman. Such a gentleman. By the way, what is that sleight of hand for, Philnon?
Trying to pilfer one of the fish.
Fantastic. Philnon, oh damn, okay. Philnon, what's your AC?
20.
As you lean down to pick up one of the fish, and the rest of the party can see this plain as day, you see the old man just wind up and slap Philnon up the backside of the head with a fish.
Oof.
Okay.
You take 1 point of fish damage, Philnon. Improvised weapon.
Do we see the attack appear in the kill feed? Or no?
Yes, you see it on the
Fantastic.
kill feed. He's hit with 1 point of fish damage.
Did I mention my terrible allergy to seafood?
Oh, well then,
Oh, this is gonna be good.
you suddenly have food poisoning, and you need to roll con save immediately. No, just kidding.
Ain't this a fishy situation?
Take one level of exhaustion.
You know that doesn't make you immune to magic, disease, or poisons, right?
This isn't magic. Poison? What do you think this place is?
Well, he just slapped you where it was on.
He just slapped you with a salmon.
No, see, I was making a French joke. Never mind.
He slapped you with a salmon. Philnon.
I see.
You leave that alone. He grabs the fish right from your hands, as if you've just created, and it gives you the meanest of looks, as if you have caused him grave offense, good sir.
If you try something like that again, he's gonna make you sleep with the fishes.
Oh no, I would never do that to my fish. Oh, he starts petting his fish. I would never do that to you, ever. No, you're the goodest of boys here. You're the goodest of boys.
I immediately retreat to somewhere else.
Staircase down is over there. It's your room.
I'm just following Marasi.
Yeah, I'm going down the stairs.
You're not level 13. Oh, yeah, no, 10 level.
Yeah, our 10th level though.
Potate.
Hello.
I read 13. You shush your face.
Hello.
Okay. Anyway, heading down the stairs, Marasi and Croesus, you're familiar with these stairs. They're a long flight of stairs. They're very straight stairs as well. No curves or twists to these stairs. They just
Is
head
Bob
straight
going down these stairs?
Yes, Bob is going down these stairs
Oh,
with you.
Bob.
The door is big enough for Bob. Renovations, man, they have
I-
already happened, and this door is big enough for Bob.
I got the impression that these were like wooden stairs that we would see on the ship, and Bob is like 2 tons, so he's just going straight to the bottom.
Oh, no. These are
Listen,
stone stairs. These are
Bob
stone
is
stairs.
doing
These
great.
upgrades have happened, man. Bob's doing just fine on these stairs.
Good to know.
By the way, you passed Marasi. You would know that you would know your floor when you see it. It is the 8th floor, as you know.
Mhm.
As you pass by doors on the right, no windows on the doors on the right. You pass one,
All of them leaking water.
and then another, and then another. And just continue to head downstairs until you reach the bottom floor, which is the 8th floor. There's a door with no windows there.
Okay.
And Marasi, you would know this is the door to the hallway, as would Croesus.
Croesus confidently steps forward and opens the door.
Dexterity save from the entire party!
Why do you do this to us? What have we done to insult you?
Danger sense, bitches!
Danger Sense kicks in for Croesus.
17.
Danger sense kick in and not open the fucking door.
By the way, Octaya does not have to roll this based on height compared to the ground.
Aw,
Do I have to roll a disadvantage because
No.
I'm 3 feet tall?
No, you don't.
Thank you, asshole.
Neither does Bob have to run. Bob does not have to roll because he is an earth elemental, and
He is.
he is Bob, and he laughs at this attempt.
Can I use my inspiration?
Yes, in fact, you can use your inspiration for this. I'll
Dang.
allow it.
Oh my god.
It didn't matter!
Okay, so hang on. Your inspiration allows you to roll an extra D. What, Marasi? Was D8 for you right now?
No. Are you using bardic inspiration or are you using
No,
like,
the
DM's
inspiration he gifted me last session
Yeah,
that he said
so
I
that's
could
a
keep.
reroll of a d20.
That's a reroll. Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
Can I help him?
Wait, you're a halfling.
Yes, I'm a halfling. Oh wait, I'm a
So
halfling.
basically, you
Yeah,
don't
you're right. You're a halfling.
Wait, I'm a halfling. Wait, that's the wrong one.
Guys, it's literally just water. Why is this so
Halfling
stressed
luck.
over
I
water?
know what you're trying to do. Roll
Wait, I'm a
one more
halfling.
Okay.
Yes, I found it.
time.
Guys.
Yeah, you can make one more roll. Go ahead.
Guys,
Okay.
can I help him with guidance?
I'm gonna have
Touch.
to roll no with a reaction
Okay,
on this. I'm
that's
gonna have to
fine.
roll no.
Please be
But
something
the luck
better.
is good. 18.
Thank you.
Battle pass.
Wow.
So it's only P3 that failed.
So would you look at that? Re-rolling to a 1 actually helped.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's talk for a sec. Croesus, you open the door and you've seen this movie before, and you're just like sidestep out of the way. Philnon takes a dodge action and just Viet kobolds behind a door, just like gets in a box, like looking around. Now Voldir just kind of sidesteps the other way, goes upstairs, going no. And Magnus just like last second just like jumps out of the way of this rush of water, and Marasi, who has seen this movie before, and before she even knows it, is just like water just smashes right into her from the hallway, and she is now covered in, just soaked in water right now. And you hear a yell from the top of the stairs. Didn't I tell you the waterbed is broken? Pay attention, you louts! And he slams the door behind him.
I'm going to fucking murder that man.
Don't
Okay.
worry, I'll fix it later. And he slams the door again.
Let's just to pop in here real quick. So I have the cantrip resist. This doesn't affect anything right now. It's just for later. But resistance, right? It says touch one willing creature before the spell ends. Target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one saving throw. Would that have applied in this situation?
Say that one more time.
Resistance. So
Is it a reaction?
it's a saving throw.
Okay.
Is the spell cast on a reaction?
The
It says
casting
one
time.
action.
No,
Yeah,
one
it would
action
have
is
to be
not
cast
valid.
before.
Has to be it has to be either a reaction or it has to be cast before that would have happened. By the way, no damage.
I was just curious. Okay.
Yeah. No damage from this.
Just emotional.
Anyway, all that to say, can I use Druidcraft to dry Marasi?
Pop your card. Yeah,
That's a
you know
wind.
what? You know what? I'll allow this. I will allow for a druidic hair dryer of some sort to basically do the job. Except it's not a hair dryer; it's a person dryer. So sure, yes, I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I will
It
say.
takes about maybe a minute or two, but yeah.
Yeah. I will say, Marasi,
Yep.
come here.
Mm-mm.
She's still on top of Bob, of course. And she says, here. The wind starts blowing, drying her clothes and her hair and everything.
It's a very, very warm wind that blows across you, Marasi, as the water starts to evaporate from on you.
Nice.
Takes about a minute or two, but it has the same sensation of a blow dryer, though. Yes, and it makes the same sound too. Sure.
Can I peer into the room?
I just want to imagine right now Octaya on top of Bob, just like, here, let me help you, pointing a blow dryer at Marasi down on the ground. Let me help you.
It's actually only a hallway. The rooms are their own doors.
I was imagining a heat gun, but that works too.
Yeah, just a blow dryer. Plugged into Bob. Bob is grounded, right?
Bob is. Apologize now. If you're gonna hold us to the standards of bad puns, we're gonna hold you to the same. Apologize for that.
I regret nothing, by the way. By the way, I don't make y'all apologize. I'm just
No,
gonna
but you occasionally make a.
I'm just imagining this picture right now. This is glorious.
You occasionally force D4s of pun damage, and I can't
No,
make the
no,
dungeon
no.
master take pun damage.
I can take pun damage, actually. You just don't know my health pool.
Yeah.
I take 1 pun damage. And moving on.
Good news is that now there's a player that's within slapping distance of you, so you can't go too much on the puns.
Yeah. And that player also has Arms of Hadar.
Yes.
I do not know.
I don't know
No.
either.
Just no.
Anyway, continuing on.
Alright, so,
So yeah, it's a hallway. That
Yeah,
was
it's a hallway.
previously wet, but now it's drying.
yeah, it's dry now, yes.
May I look
I
into the
suppose
room?
we're going into the room that just
No, it's a hallway.
gushed,
No, it's a hallway that
for
just
lack
gushed.
of a.
The door that we just opened.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a hallway. There are many doors to your left and your right. Marasi, you would know exactly which room it is.
Mm-hmm.
You head over to the room. I'm assuming you're opening the door, correct?
Yep.
I take the dodge
Everyone
action.
make a dexterity. No, actually, just kidding. No, there's no dexterity throw for this. It opens.
And you all paid money for this.
Two of
I
us.
didn't pay anything.
I was cramped up on this ship. I don't want to be there anymore. This place looked neat. It was not.
It's just some.
Was my ship not good enough for you?
I've been there for like 2 weeks straight.
I've been on it for months.
Yeah, I need to stretch my legs.
I live
Actually-
next to a
actually-
fire.
Actually, Octaya, that's not true. It's over a year now.
Fair enough, but in general, she's been on
Your,
ships
your,
for
your,
most
your
of it.
point is still made, either way.
She's a sailor.
Yeah.
Right. She worked her way
Hey!
to
You're the
captain.
one who can turn into a bird anytime you want to if you get too cooped up.
He
Don't
don't
you
turn
fuck
into a fish.
Cooped.
Get it?
Okay, that was that.
That's terrible. You're terrible.
Voldir right now.
I'm gonna grab my D4 real quick. What now? Sorry?
In general chat, Voldir right now.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, that's Bob.
that is Bob. You're right, that is Bob. Bob's like, I got summoned for this shit. God damn it. Also, good news, I've lost my D4. You don't take any pun damage. Oh wait, I found the D4. Never mind. You still take no pun damage.
GG.
Because I've already declared it, you take no pun damage. Anyway, you open the room.
If I recall from the last time, it's basically one bed, water bed, with a safe in the wall and a desk. Yeah.
You would think that, but there have been renovations that have been done.
Oh,
Did you
goody.
not hear him that there were renovations where there was one bed, now there are 2 beds?
I have completely forgotten about the renovations when we got flooded. Sorry.
It's okay. Listen. I know. It's been a long day, right?
Uh-huh.
It's been a long day.
I have an inquiry.
Okay.
From this room or the previous hallway, do I see any leaks? Drips.
Perception check.
Inbound. Okay. Not okay.
Nope. Completely dry.
Can Aeon look?
Sure, Aeon can look.
Okay.
Keen vision is in play, or keen senses.
Yes.
You didn't make deck saves for her. I assume she got caught up in the flood.
Aeon can fly.
Aeon was also on Magnus's head the whole time, and squeaked. Magnus had this.
I'm sorry, I really just want to imagine Aeon sitting on top of Bob's head and them being like friends.
We're gonna have a party on Bob at some point. At
Yes.
some point, there is going to be a goddamn party on Bob's shoulders, complete with table and tea.
Fun update: Bob's shoulders are now called the USA.
So basically, we're only going. So basically, what you're saying
He
here
is the
Bob-
party plateau.
So what you're saying here is Bob needs oversized shoulder pads.
American football it is.
Oh boy.
Oversized shoulder pads. I don't know what any gender that has that. Anyway,
Warhammer.
I said I don't know any gender. You shush.
With an 18, do I spot any leaks through Aeon?
No, actually, no leaks at all. There are no leaks in this room. You did, however, see a leak in the hallway, but it is small. Further down the hallway, you didn't pass by it.
Can I walk up to it?
Sure, you can walk up to it.
Okay. I have an idea.
Okay.
Can I conjure a cork?
You wish to conjure a cork.
Yes.
This is acceptable.
Nice.
You want to basically plug the leak.
Can I put it in the hole?
Yes, actually, you can.
Nice.
The leak stops.
Nice. I return to the room.
Okay, there's no more leak.
By the way,
This
you
is
can
for-
use that mage hand to check the other doors for leaks in their rooms.
I'm not going.
Okay.
All right, so everybody's there. Bob actually can fit in the room. Go figure. The room also seems about 3 times as big as what it used to be, Marasi. Now with
Lots
2
of ice
beds,
is fun.
2 lockers in this room now. Still the same lava lamp, though.
Well,
The blue lava lamp.
yeah,
Just one of those. We couldn't afford 2.
that's fine.
Yeah, Croesus has obtained a waterbed. Which one? Waterbed 1 or waterbed 2 is important.
Let's find out. 1.
Can I take the dodge action as I see him leap onto one?
For
God, y'all are
fuck's
so-
sakes, you are a paranoid little bitch! Oh god, that orc is going to the bed!
As Croesus sits down on the waterbed, it totally just morphs into a Tarrasque and eats him. No, just kidding.
Out there.
It's a mimic!
Massively paranoid.
It's a mimic!
There.
Mimics?
Mimics?
Mimics where?
Mimics? Not in my Christian RPG campaign.
Oh my
How
god.
dare you?
Lord. Mimics! Mimics
It's
where?
more
I heard
likely than
mimics!
you think.
Mimics! Kill all the mimics!
It's more likely than you think.
No, not in here.
And this,
Not in
my-
here.
This is my friend,
Tentacles outside.
and this is, my friends, how the party TPK'd itself.
Because
Without-
someone got
without
too
that-
upset at one waterbed.
Anyways, moving on.
Moving on. He sits on a waterbed. He claims the one closest to the door. Nothing exciting happens, other than the fact it is a soft bed.
And
Comfortable
we
for resting.
have an unconscious Gorbash.
You do actually have an unconscious Gorabash, who is currently being held by one Bob. Bob waves.
Do we have a chair?
Yes, actually, you have 2 of them in this room.
Perfect.
What
I
happens
was
if
about
Bob
to
sits on
suggest
one?
Bash becoming floor bash, but
Only one way to find out. Science demands truth.
So,
I'd like to point out it is a wooden chair.
Valdir's gonna
so
like.
you can
Oh, good.
set it on fire.
What?
So you can put Gorbash in a chair and set it on fire.
I mean, if that's how you want to do this, I mean, I'm not going to stop.
I asked for one thing before the session starts. One thing.
So you drag Gorabash all the way to Davy Jones' locker just to put him in a chair and set him on fire. This is rather uninspiring right now. You could have done that in the council, let him burn with the whole council. You
No,
could
no,
have
no,
done
no,
that.
no,
I
no,
didn't say I was
symbolically.
going to do that. I said we could.
We'll end on that.
Oh, okay.
Earbud, can you use Druidcraft to craft poison ivy from the wooden chair?
Or even better, I think I actually have something for. 1 second, please. That's a little okay. There's spike growth. I can just make it really spiky.
They
Plant
have to
growth.
move, and plant growth is very large area.
It says within a specific area.
If you want to pop the card, I'll make a quick ruling on it.
1 second. Interesting. I've not seen
Bob.
plant growth to enchant land.
By the way, is Bob going to be put in one of the chairs, Octaya?
No, he's too big.
No, is Bob putting Gorabash in the
Yes.
chair? There we go. There we go. Yes, Gorabash is now in a chair. Okay. Plant growth.
I don't know if that'll work, actually.
Huh?
There's a point within range. All plants within.
It enriches it. It doesn't do the thing. It's either that or spike growth.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. There is actually seaweed on the walls.
Ah.
On top.
Seaweed can be irritating.
There is seaweed on the top of the, like, hanging from the ceiling, basically. It's like not on the ceiling, but it's like, you know where the ceiling meets the wall? That area. It's like, imagine the tackiest possible idea for a Davy Jones locker tourist trappy type of room. It's that.
Yep.
The walls are painted blue.
Let's do it on the seaweed then.
On the seaweed, okay. I will allow this because it's the only plants in the room as well.
I would request that we do use the 100-foot radius, just to mess up the rest of the hotel.
Oh god.
Just make my day.
Give me a second while I calculate distance. Okay. Let's see. 100-foot radius. Very well.
Centered on me.
Centered on you.
And I'm standing in the center of the room.
Okay, fair enough. You cast plant growth. I will allow it. Yeah, it's going to be casting time 1 action. That means that everything, the seaweed begins to grow, lengthening, and starting to almost like it starts to sway back and forth a little bit. It doesn't actually, but it kind of gives off that impression. It begins to sway slightly back and forth as it grows down and becomes wider until the width of the seaweed becomes so big that it covers the entire wall, and it starts to curl down onto the ground. And then, curiously, as it approaches Gorabash, I wonder who could be causing this, Octaya. As it begins to curl up the chair of one Gorabash, actually begins to curl up the other chair as well.
Octaya will have spoken the incantation for the spell, but she won't say anything else. She'll just have a small smile.
Yeah, as it begins to cover the chair, and also the table as well. Covers the table as well. It begins to almost as if it's consuming it, but it doesn't.
I have a question.
It does not consume Gorabash though, but it does wrap nicely around a good portion of Gorabash's body. Yes.
Okay. Would this affect the little halflings in the room?
Would it affect what?
The halflings. Because
We're gonna assume that
Are we sure?
that Magnus is on the other side of the room, because it's growing it grows slow enough that Magnus can react to this very quickly.
Okay.
Magnus can see
Magnus
it happening. Magnus could very easily head to the other side of the room and go, no, I know exactly how this story ends. As it begins to cover Gorabash, almost like a good part of his chest and all of his legs are completely covered in seaweed right now, as well as the entirety of the chair that he sits on.
Well, we want to wake him up.
1/4 of the room is now covered in seaweed.
I think I'm going to stand guard in the corridor.
Probably a good idea. Takes a side eye to Octaya. I'll be staying here.
Yes, Philin will move out into the corridor, sword drawn.
May I cast a spell?
Sure, what spell are you looking to cast?
Floating disc.
Oh no.
Oh, floating disc.
Yes.
There you go. You cast
Uh,
floating disc.
Add
That's
spells.
That's a ritual if you want to spend 10 minutes doing it.
But I don't want to spend 10 minutes doing it.
Okay.
Alright. It's hovering off the ground. I sit on the disc.
You sit on the disc. There is
I'm
no
no
seat
longer
on this disc.
I'm no longer being capable of harming that. I butchered everything I just said.
It's okay. Try again.
I don't want to.
Okay.
He's safe from the ivy.
Thank
yes,
you.
there is no seaweed anywhere near your disc.
Alternatively, we could have Bob pick him up.
But Bob is touching the ground. I am no longer touching the ground.
Bob
Yes,
is
we've all-
the ground.
We've already established that Bob is grounded.
Exactly.
Morossi, are you
As
saying?
Just get on with it. I'm
as-
wasting
as-
people's time.
As Octaya puts the hairdryer away.
Um,
Okay, moving on. Moving on.
Right. We want to wake him up.
He's still currently unconscious.
yeah, I can wake him up.
How will you attempt to wake him up, Marasi?
I poke him.
You poke him.
See if that
He
works.
does not respond to the poke.
Ah.
One sec. Let me
Can I poke him?
Also, Valdir, I've just seen the bun. It is very bun.
It is very bun.
It's very bun. Go ahead. Sorry.
Alright. Go ahead.
If you like, I can help. Closest goes over there and punches him in the face.
I'm not gonna make you roll for that. Yeah, you punch him in the face.
Was
He
it
begins to
successful?
stir. He begins to stir.
Fantastic. Right, I go back to the microwave.
We save any of that water from the hallway?
Did you think to say
Check
that?
the cracks in the floor.
Do you want to go check for the water in the hallway?
I
You
should have
have
a spare
a druid!
rag.
You have a druid with druid craft! She can literally give you water!
Yes, I can.
All you have to do is ask.
Okay.
Actually, it wouldn't be Druidcraft, it would be Create Water.
Yeah.
That's a bit of an investment for this. I'm literally just getting it to pour on his face.
Okay.
That's it. There's no need to see
It's up to Liz, I guess, if it's Druidcraft or Create Water.
I do believe because it's harmless sensory effect. You'd be using it in an interrogation technique. I'd have to rule against that for the druidcraft.
Interrogation technique, okay.
Yeah, I'd have to rule it would have to be create or destroy water. Yeah.
Everybody needs to back up just a bit. Okay.
It's not worth the spell slot.
I don't mind using it. I haven't used the level 1 spell slot yet.
So Octaya, we're going to create water. Is that correct?
Is there a bucket nearby?
In fact, there is. There's one
Yeah.
on the ground over there.
10 gallons?
It's not 10 gallons, but it's about 5 gallons. It'll hold about 5.
Are there 2 buckets?
No, there's only one bucket.
I'm set.
5 in the bucket, 5 into his face.
Can we do that?
That's valid.
We're doing it.
As you just spontaneously spawn water over the top of Gorabash's head, in which you quickly scoop five gallons of it into the bucket, and the other half of it just drops right on Gorabash's head.
Morning, sweetheart.
He just kind of growls at you.
Okay. I'm gonna do a thing.
Zone of Truth, duly noted. He will attempt to resist this with a charisma saving throw. Excuse me one moment as I get that pulled up. I need to go get his saving throw pulled up for that. Yes, it is that. Give me a moment. There we go. And rolling for charisma saving throw.
I think
Spell DC, please, Marossi.
17.
Okay. I rolled not 17. I rolled below. He fails.
I think this applies to everyone. So if Akaya or
Yeah.
Valdir is in there, they pop.
15-foot radius. I'm gonna say not everybody is in this radius. I'm gonna say Magnus is not in this radius. I'm gonna say Croesus not in this radius. I'm gonna rule that Philnon's not in this radius. I am gonna rule that Voldir, Octaya are in the radius,
Of course you will.
and Marossi.
Damn it.
No.
If-
I backed up on
Which-
purpose. I knew it was
correct.
coming.
Yeah, but Marossi at this point does not have to roll because she's the one who cast it, so it doesn't matter.
Haha.
Did you at least tell us so we can choose to be
I
out of
did
it?
say back up.
Okay, then he
Did
would have
you
backed
back
up.
up?
I missed that.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
I missed it. Yeah, I would back up as well.
Oh, okay, very good. So it's just Gorbash then. Okay.
Sorry,
very
yeah,
good.
I missed that call.
Okay, that's fine. I wanted to make sure we're all on the same page. Okay, so Marossi,
So
that's
you
fine.
guys have something to hide. Interesting.
Got a shit ton to hide. What are you talking about?
This whole party has stuff to hide. What are you talking about?
Anybody can ask questions. He has to tell the truth.
Hello, how are you doing?
Like I want to kill you.
Yep, it's working.
Yeah. Okay.
Working as intended.
You want to start off, Marossi?
Well, first question, I suppose, is if you ever had any idea of where the book was. Because I kind of doubt that.
Which book are you referring to?
The Black Book. That he
The
said he had
one you
information
are-
about.
The one that you are currently on a quest on, correct?
Correct.
The one that he recognized the symbol for
Yeah.
allegedly.
Yes, very
Yeah.
good.
Did you ever actually know where any of these were? Or are you just lying to me?
I've seen that symbol before.
Mm-hmm. Where?
About a year ago.
Okay, that's when. Where?
Some traveler passed through town. Odd fellow.
Physical description at all?
Large.
Large.
Male.
Okay.
Don't know much else.
Okay.
Kinda didn't want to be noticed.
Cool.
He asked questions about this town.
What were they?
Questions about the security of this town. How safe it is.
And he used you to build up this whole coup plot?
No. He came and left the same day. I know nothing more about him. He did have a book, though, that had the same symbol as the one you carried.
Color was it?
Black.
Hmm, lovely.
How'd he come into the city?
Boat.
Name.
Don't know. He never gave one.
Not his, the boat.
Don't know. He never gave one. wasn't my business anyway.
You never decided to check back up on some mysterious stranger looking to figure out about information in the town that you own businesses in?
Not my problem. That's the guard's problem.
Well, considering how friendly you were with the guard over there, that's surprising.
He looks at you as if if looks could kill right now, he's basically staring a hole through you right now, Voldir.
Just flips him off.
He spits in your general direction.
Feisty now.
Not like at you, but more towards your feet, basically.
Okay.
So, a good portion of that spit is blood, by the way.
I figured.
I helped.
You did help.
Yeah!
You did help!
Does Gorbash have hair, just out of curiosity?
Yes, he does.
Good.
He has kind of. You know what? If I think you're going to do what I think you're going to do, he does have a bit of a ponytail that he kind of puts, or kind of not a ponytail, but like a half tail kind of thing that he puts the back of his hair in.
Gotcha.
If that's where you're going with this.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am. Basically grab him by the ponytail and yank his head back so he's staring at the roof.
Aha!
By the way, you would be in the zone of truth.
I'm very.
It's only
Yeah, you would be.
effective when it's cast. After that, you're free to move in and out of it.
Yeah. Yep. But it doesn't matter in this case.
Until the
effective when
spell
it's
ends,
cast.
a creature that enters.
no!
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. He does.
Okay.
He does. He
Go
does.
for
I'll take
it,
it.
Valdir.
Fuck it. Only 12, so you'll know.
That's a fail. That's a fail. Yeah. Okay.
So, kind of shaking from the effects of the spell.
Yeah. And then you pull back on his. Ah! And he's looking straight up at the ceiling right now.
With the blindfold over his eyes.
With the
Mind.
blindfold over his eyes, yeah.
Slavers, information, what you know.
No idea, other than the fact that there were some hooded figures running around causing problems. Rossi, he is telling the truth.
Oh, I know.
You seem like you are in pain. What is causing it?
Gee, I don't know.
Jerks the ponytail.
Technically, that's a lie because he is really aware.
He hears Voldir's voice. He recognizes Voldir's voice. He would know if Voldir's behind him. It's probably Voldir pulling at his hair.
Plot. Who orchestrated? Who gave you the idea?
What idea of what?
Oh, gee, I don't know. Showing up with those weird little gadgets of yours. Slowly starts pulling the ponytail harder. And deciding to light up the whole government. Gee, I wonder.
I made those contraptions personally.
Good.
My
Answer the
invention.
question.
The question was twofold, correct? Number one, who made the contraptions? Number two, who made
More so, who gave him the idea to overthrow the council and why?
overthrow the council and why? Okay.
Mhm.
Ah! He looks like he's attempting to resist for a moment, but is unable to resist. Obviously, the zone of truth. He is required to tell the truth.
He doesn't have to speak.
Yeah, he's going to say something though, because he's in pain right now and he's failing checks.
Valid.
Giants!
Giants. Care to elaborate?
Make a strength check against him, please.
Can it be athletics?
Technically grapple, I'll allow it.
Ooh, that's gonna be painful. 16 plus 8. That's 24.
4.
Thank you. I'm off.
Okay, let me make an opposing check against the. Oh, that's cocked against the rest of my die, and no, it's gonna fail. What was your question again?
If he would please elaborate on what he means by giants.
Okay. And I'm assuming you're basically this close to basically ripping his hair out at this point. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's probably some fray coming off it.
Oh god, it's like you're in middle school.
Please. No.
Same.
Good business.
Good business. Come on, you can do better than that.
Alright. Put his
Giants
hair down.
Giants attack town. I sell weapons to defend it. Everyone wins.
Releases the hair.
He attempts to pull his hand to the back of his head, but he can't because it's shackled and behind the chair and unable to do so.
Oh, now I'm pitying the man.
He just kind
I
of
have an
doubles
important
over.
question.
He just kind of doubles over forward at this point, like trying to catch his breath right now. Go ahead, Croesus.
Which one is your favorite knee?
Oh my god.
Wow. Okay.
I used to be a businessman like you.
Now
But
I'm pitying.
Closest might be taking the shot a little bit personally. Is all I'm saying.
All I'm going to say here is this sounds like an eye for an eye, a kneecap for a kneecap right now.
It's an important question.
It's an important question. He does not respond to that question, as I think he kind of knows what's coming here.
Before he does, I'm going to annoy him. Can I cast Mending on his broken hair?
Sure, you know what? I'll allow it. Sure.
Wonderful!
Just because I'm going to allow some I'll allow some level of leeway here. Sure. You mend his hair.
Scritch.
Am I within earshot of
Oh,
Croesus?
yeah, by the way, Magnus, that would put you within 15 feet.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not necessarily lying.
One,
Wait a
two,
second.
one.
You still
Oh,
wait,
I have an idea!
Hang on. You're in the zone of truth.
You still have to make the save.
You can either choose to fail or you can make the attempt on the saving throw.
May I say my idea?
Yeah, say your idea.
I can have Aeon sit on his head. And since Aeon is a familiar, and Aeon doesn't necessarily have to say anything other than squeak.
It is range touch. He can do that.
That is valid. I will allow it.
Aeon sits on the greedy man's head.
Aeon still
Aeon
has to make the
sits-
save. Unless
Nope.
unless she's lying.
Aeon does not have to make the saving throw because Aeon. I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to require it because Aeon, although Aeon is sentient, Aeon cannot really speak in such a way that would allow for zone of truth to matter, other than kind of one squeak if yes, two squeaks. Actually,
She has telepathy. Because
This
she's
is
spoken
correct.
to Smiles that way.
I'm gonna have. This is a tough one.
How about roll it anyway in case of any edge cases?
Yeah, you can roll it. I'm gonna say yeah, roll it, but she doesn't have to answer.
Should be an advantage as well because pseudo dragon magic resistance.
That's correct.
All right. What am I rolling again?
Charisma saving throw against this spell, if I remember correctly.
Saving. There it is.
Sorry for being a nitpicking
And
ass.
I meant that to be advantage, so let's just
Yeah,
do
that's okay.
four.
No, that will fail.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, if memory serves me correct, once is she going to be leaving the zone of truth immediately after doing the touch spell?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not going to have any effect then, really.
10 out of 10.
By the way, you would know, Marasi, that Aeon failed the check as well.
Okay.
Did you want to ask her any questions before she escaped?
No, not really.
Do you like head scratches? Aeon,
Sorry
Aeon.
for holding up. Go ahead.
No, just kidding. Okay, go ahead.
Am I within earshot of Croesus's question about kneecaps?
Yes.
I just spark her.
Yeah, I would say no, but unless a whisper is declared, everybody's within earshot.
Just because I'm out in the corridor, but yell back in a warning voice, Croesus.
Hmm?
Let's not go that far.
Hmm.
Croesus considers this moral dilemma. Croesus sips tea. But what does Croesus do after he sips tea?
Croesus will just continue to watch the show. If he said nothing about his kneecaps, then I will have to pick.
Yeah, he says nothing about the kneecaps.
Fine,
You're gonna
fine.
have to pick one.
Yeah, that'll be later. Carry on.
Later, he says.
So.
¿Por
just
qué no los dos?
God damn it.
Go ahead.
Just trying to make good business out of it, huh? Stir up trouble. Try and make a demand. That's all. That's the only reason.
What would you know of good business?
Few things, actually.
Do tell. By the way, I'd like to remind you, Voldir, that you
I
are
know.
currently within the zone of truth. Yeah.
Valdir just says, no, not to you. What you are going to tell me, however, why the coup?
A lot of them are corrupt. In it for only themselves.
And you're not?
He chooses not to answer that question.
Don't
Then
you have
again.
some sort of spell that can force
As
him
if-
to say something?
As if any of you are clean.
I mean, I have prestidigitation. I maintain myself quite well.
The tourist would mock me.
Gently lays a hand on the ponytail again.
And you.
Jerk. You're gonna be a lot more civil with that tongue of yours.
I know you're already going to kill me, so why not get it over with?
The city has asked that we let them do it for them. So,
I'm sorry, say that again, Croesus?
the city asked that we let them do that. But
So no, we're not gonna kill you. Not us.
You're in the zone of truth and you say that?
Is that
Yeah.
the truth?
Valdir isn't gonna kill him.
Okay.
Valdir isn't gonna kill him.
That's technically true. If Voldir doesn't attempt to kill him, that's technically true. Whether or not somebody else is going to kill him, that's a different story, and perfectly allowed in the zone of truth.
So you've got plenty to gain. Maybe just be able to upgrade to house arrest if you speak willingly. Might. There's a new boss in town who's a lot less corrupt than you or any of those others are.
Doesn't matter.
why is that?
A slow, evil smile begins to form on his face. They missed my communication, you know.
Twist.
Nah!
Go on.
You'll find out soon enough.
Twist harder.
Nah! He starts to curse at you in Orcish.
I understand Orcish.
He basically, you understand Orcish, fantastic.
I can understand Wait, no, I can't.
Croesus, you would know that he's basically calling Valdir
Something naughty.
very naughty, very, very naughty. Something to the effect of should have been stuck in a about the rough equivalent of should have been stuck in a how should I put this? Should have been stuck in a cage with 2 owl bears as a child. Is the rough translation of this swear.
Oh, that's an oldie.
Yeah, I know,
Valdir,
it's a classic.
Valdir, he says that you should have 2 pet owlbears.
Somehow I don't believe you, but okay. I think
He's
what
not
I'm
in
hearing.
the zone of truth. He's not in the zone of truth. He does not have to
I know. Valdir doesn't believe him. That is truthful.
Do you
Well,
want to?
Croesus' feelings are just hurt.
Hey Croesus, all I'm hearing from this is a lot of gibberish, and I'm of the opinion he needs to have an attitude adjustment. You mind?
Fine.
So which is it?
Just his stomach first, huh?
Oh, we're concerned with the stomach. Okay. I won't need an attack roll on this, Croesus. Unless you want to crit fish.
I mean, I have a 1 in 10 chance. Well, no. 1 in 5 because advantage.
Leave the warhammer. Just give me.
I'm not using the warhammer. Don't you worry.
I know,
By
I
the way,
put it
you
out
are
there.
now in the zone of truth, Croesus.
Yay!
I am perfectly honest in the zone of truth.
Okay.
Are you going to
yeah,
choose
you gotta
to-
roll
are you-
for it though.
Do you?
I am a
what roll would
honest-
you fail?
I am an honest stout orc.
Okay.
Because my charisma save sucks.
Oh, that sucks.
Not gonna pass. Yeah, you would know Croesus fails to check. Rossi, it's like Christmas in July, except it's September and it's Christmas right now. So many people willingly stepping forth in the zone of truth.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Such possibilities.
like to non-lethally hurt him, please.
Sure, let me get an attack roll from you, please, at advantage because he's bound, blindfolded, and otherwise preoccupied. 13. Also, he is armorless. That means that hits. With the great axe, though?
Yeah. That I took off of him.
You're going to... Is this the business end or
I
the
was
blunt end?
asking you to punch him.
I'm an overachiever. What more do you want from me?
So let me ask again: is this the business end or is this the blunt end?
This is the non-lethal end, so
Frying
It's
pan
actually-
or steak knife?
it's actually the flat end of the axe blades.
Frying pan.
That's pretty large area. I don't think that's going to fit on his stomach. That might fit his upper half of his body here, Croesus.
Well, he has a rib cage there, so it'll tilt towards there.
Oh right, you're an overachiever. I forgot.
Yes.
Yes. You give him the blunt end, not the business end. Although technically it could be considered a business end right now, as you knock him unconscious. He is knocked over on his chair. He would have fallen all the way over, except for the fact that the seaweed has kept his chair from falling all the way back. The chair basically sharply goes backwards, and then is caught maybe about when the front legs are about an inch off the floor, and he is returned to the seated and upright position.
Dan,
I go back
dips
to the waterbed.
dips a rag in the bucket of water, pours it over his face.
Still unconscious. Croesus is an overachiever.
Slaps him just across the face.
Croesus is an overachiever.
Oh, god damn it. I just asked you to punch him.
That 17 in damage says that Croesus means business, even when he's using the non-business end.
Well,
just
he
ask
shot
you
me in the leg.
He did, technically.
You want to try and slap him awake?
I'm not sure that's how violence works.
Marassi, anything you can do here? Actaia, you too.
Fair enough.
Wake him up if you can.
There's a bucket of water.
I know. I just poured poured
Didn't
water
work.
over his face.
It didn't work. Croesus basically did 17 interrogation damage to.
GG.
Yeah,
I
that'll
I
work.
don't have healing word for.
Yeah,
That'll
I
work.
do.
Marassi will cast Healing Word. In which case, Gorbash begins to stir again.
Once again, rolls the water over his face.
Nice axe, by the way.
Rise and shine. Feel a little more polite now. If not, I think that all of us have a little bit of aggression we can work out on those short ribs of yours.
Intimidation check. Oh dear.
Coming up. This will probably not be that great.
Would that be at advantage?
Ooh, 19.
Since Croesus technically helped. Oh, okay. No.
Wow. I rolled shit. I rolled a natural 7. That will succeed for you here, Voldir.
Huzzah.
I have an idea.
What do you want?
Mr. Gorbash, can you dance?
The DM slowly turns towards the halfling warlock / wizard, wondering what he's plotting.
No. Remember, he's tied to a chair.
He is typing.
Yes!
Chair dance.
What are you plotting here?
I'll tell you later. Step 1, can he dance?
That's a question I never considered.
I know, that's why I'm asking it.
What's his performance?
Yeah.
His performance might be negative.
Oh. Then he cannot dance.
I
That's a
would say he's not the type of person. I will say he's probably not the type of person that would be seen as a dancer. You could probably tell.
That's fair. Well, time for a different one.
Probably Eldritch Blast on the floor, making his feet move, or something
No,
like that.
no, that's
Teach him the
barbaric.
steps. Teach him the steps, right?
Hardly.
So this all of this, just for a few extra coins. Every last bit?
Not just coins.
Get on with it then.
Iron Fog was the pawn. There's a greater threat out there.
If Iron Fog is the pawn, then who's the king, queen, the rook?
You're not the only ones capable of gathering information.
Answer the question.
Ever wonder? Ever wonder why I started making more weapons since those hooded figures showed up?
Little bit.
That answer your question for you.
Gives him a very cheery no. Grabs his ponytail.
You know exactly what I... Wait, did you just say no in the zone of truth?
Yeah, because it doesn't answer the question directly. He wants like a straight answer.
I'm still confused.
Okay, that's fair. I'll allow it. I'll allow it, but begrudgingly.
Straight answer,
The only one-
please.
You think you're the only one who knows what the fuck they're doing here? They're here because they want to start an apocalypse. And I'll be damned if they undo all the work I've done. I would kill them if I knew where they were.
Keep saying they. Give me a name.
Identify they.
I don't have names, but you yourself saw those figures on the streets.
The slavers? Whatever the
There's a large network of them somewhere here. Somehow starting some form of apocalypse. If they're here, there are very few elves here. If they're here, that means only one thing. And
Well, I'll see.
I'm planning on getting started, and I'll be damned if they'll do that to me. Yes, I used the giants, but only to get to the ore.
Yes, Croesus?
Does
The
this
ore
sound
would
like the Ifriti plot to you?
Rossi, you'd be able to say without any hesitation that yes, that's basically what he's describing.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I helped kill one of those before.
Then you know how dangerous they are.
Carry on.
You faced one. You want to face an army of them?
Maybe.
Your funeral, then.
Oh no, they don't seem to be big on that. The cremation, sure, but funeral, no.
Well, since you've given that a little bit, how about you keep going? You know, locations, anything. Considering how tight you were with this plot.
I don't know where they're holed up. I just know that there's a group of them here, somewhere. And they have to be inside the city. There's no way they could get in and out of the city undetected.
Well, your friends had a little tunnel all the way out. You know, the ones you decided to just go ahead and stab in the back?
The ones that stabbed me in the back first. They broke the agreement. I knew about it. I chose not to do anything about it. They were still useful. Up to a point. They had every intention of betraying me, and they did.
That's why you don't play around with the unfucking Sealy. You dense moron.
I got what I wanted out of them anyway.
Marassi, got anything?
For what?
You want answered?
Sure.
Oh, what have we popped here? Oh, cool.
Neither one of them are concentration, I have learned. So, two at once. So for the next minute, I can hear what he's thinking.
So let's start with the surface thoughts. Let's start there because you get that for free.
Mm-hmm.
His surface thoughts are basically just kill me already and get it over with. Let's start there.
unhelpful. Go deeper.
Right, but that's basically his surface thoughts. Let's go now to the saving throw portion. Natural 19.
Fuck.
Oof.
Big oof.
Bidoof?
Hang on. What happens when that happens?
He just knows that you attempted to probe his mind.
Okay.
And you can't go deeper as well than surface thoughts.
Spell ends, actually.
Yeah, you basically, you get the surface thoughts, you attempt to probe deeper, you fail, the spell ends, he knows you cast it on him.
Yeah.
He does not seem to respond to the fact that you attempted to probe his mind.
Well, he definitely just waiting for us to kill him. He's not intending to be helpful.
You want a word of advice?
Not particularly, no.
Twist.
You've got two choices at this point. They're coming for the city. You can either run, or you can die. And we'll all die together in this godforsaken city. Your choice. And he calls you another curse word at this point. Voldir, Croesus, you'd be able to interpret this as a rough translation of fatherless bastard.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not true. He has a big royal family, you know.
Is that responded in character?
Yes.
More like a royal pain in the ass.
Also true.
I'm just gonna take a guess at what you said. Let's put it down to this.
Doesn't take a genius to figure out what's coming.
Day. How soon? How long? Pulls it until his head is nearly facing the back wall.
You want days, you idiot! Try fucking minutes!
Looks up to Marasi. You got a sending left? Or, no, to Octai, actually.
If I know them, they'll be here within 5 minutes, you idiot! And he spits upward into the air, hoping to hit you with spit. Feldon takes a dodge. You're nowhere near the spit, Feldon.
Do either of you have a sending left?
No, it's
I
not
don't
a
have
sign that they're coming.
sendings.
I do.
Oof. You have one left?
Yeah.
Get to the guard captain, tell him to immediately prepare for a fight.
I would like to remind you the guard captain is standing right next
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
He'd been silent this entire time.
Yes, he has. He was letting y'all have some fun first.
Okay, thank you. Turning to the guard captain. For
Yeah.
sake, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I wanted to let y'all have your fun first.
Hold up.
Get your questions. Wait, Croesus' fun is not done yet. He still has to take a kneecap.
No. Phil, there, you have to tell Akaya what to send.
I don't have a sending.
Marasi's the one with the sending.
You have
To
to
the
tell her
guard
what
captain.
to send.
To the guard captain,
He's
then.
in the fucking room! I'm not sending
Yes.
somebody across the room. It's like sending a
That's
text
why I'm
message.
saying to the guard captain.
Yes. Okay.
I'm just having fun. Carry on.
We're all having fun here.
Get the guards immediately ready for battle. Try and get what civilians you can to a central location, somewhere safe.
Getting civilians to a central location might be difficult right now, but We might be able to hold them off a bit at the wall. That might buy us some time. You said 5 minutes. It's gonna be a tight window. He starts moving out of the room at this point, with a purpose.
Like keeping it, actually putting one hand underneath his chin and just like squeezing. Not to choke, but just to hold his head back.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like right underneath the chin, as if gaining extra leverage, torquing his neck back, basically.
Keep talking. How? Sea, air, land?
Land. Only way they can come. The northern, from the north.
Shouts
Your
out.
pissant captain already knows what direction as it is.
How so?
Not the information he already knows and information I've already shared with him. He would know that the concentration of stuff has come of assaults come from the north. He would naturally react and go to the north.
Alright. Thank you for clearing that up. Still holding him. Now we're going to have a little bit of fun here. Okay?
At which point you see the guard captain re-enter the room. We've got another problem.
What's that?
The door doesn't open.
Which door
Which
are you
door?
trying to
Oh,
open?
Is it because of the seaweed?
No, the seaweed doesn't extend that far. By the way, he's not referring to the door to the room.
Yeah, which door are you trying to open?
Take a wild guess. I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count.
The
Sitting
door up to
outside?
the lobby?
So it's the door to the staircase.
God damn it. Staircase is flooded again. Well, good news. Young Sealy can't get us in here.
No, but you got plenty of innocent people up there that they can't get to.
Well, yeah.
Shuts his mouth.
His mouth is not gagged.
Manners.
His mouth is not gagged.
No, like I'm like squeezing his mouth closed.
Yeah, okay.
Manners.
He attempts to talk. Do you let him?
Nope.
Okay.
Not yet. He hasn't
Okay.
heard that right yet.
Okay. That's fine.
If we're in a hurry, I could just break down the door and we'll just swim up.
I'll just cross 1 minute off this timer. Mm-hmm.
Croesus, help him out. See if we can try and get up there. Unless anybody else has anything else we can do.
Croesus gets up from the waterbed grudgingly.
Okay, you get off the waterbed.
I did make a floating platform here. If we just tie his legs and arms together and maybe tie him to the disc, we can just carry him with us.
I'd say that'd be poetic justice, wouldn't you?
Maybe a little bit. And who knows? Whoever's coming here might be pleased to see their rival on a platter.
Let's do it then.
Up
I
you
will-
get, Mr. Grumpy. Time to get on a chair.
So you attempt to bash the door with the great axe. That's a nat 19. Croesus, I do believe that is a crit, is it not?
It is a nat 19.
It is a
Oh.
nat 19. Oh, why don't you roll damage again? Well, actually, roll your D12
That's...
It's 2d12.
again. Yeah, 2d12. Just roll a d12 again.
Fine. I'll take
Fine. Take your damage. God. The door is obliterated at this point, and yeah, there's one small problem.
is it the water?
No, actually, it's not water. You exit, like, when you go into the... Duly noted, when you go into the staircase...
Wait, there is absolutely nothing in the staircase. The
No,
water...
No, there's no water. There's no water at all. There's
Bigger
no water.
problem. I shout back to the rest of the group. Bigger
So-
problem.
You know how when you came down here you took stairs down?
Yes.
There are no stairs going up right now. There are only stairs going down.
Is there anything above us?
No, there's a ceiling. It's made of rock.
I regret walking into this building.
Croesus is considering changing his review from a 5 stars to 4 stars.
By the way, are you still holding his mouth shut, Valdir?
For the time being.
For the time being, duly noted.
Right. Get some rope. Who has rope? Give me.
I can conjure some rope, I think, but that'll unplug the whole. Am I kidding?
Considering
Actually-
that
I have rope.
rope.
There's rope. Yeah. Philnon has rope. It will require you to untake the dodge action to hand it to him, and then take the dodge action again if you want to keep a dodge action up.
Sure.
Do you want to take that risk, Philnon?
Yes, I'll take that risk.
Right. So rope got. Let's see. That's going to be. I have some. I have 50 feet. He has 50 feet. That makes 80. That makes more than 80. Therefore,
Yes.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to. First, can I see a door at the top?
You are at the topmost door. There
Can
is
I-
nothing. There is no doors above the door that you're at. There is a ceiling above you. There is a wall to your left. To your right,
Oh,
there's stairs down.
I'm sorry. I thought you. I thought you said that.
Can I poke the ceiling?
You can poke the ceiling. It is made of rock. It is
And
poked.
it is real.
It is real. As far as you can tell, it's real.
Alright. I will just.
I'll just
Play.
take another minute off the list.
I'll play his fucking game and go downstairs.
Okay. You head down the stairs. It's a straight staircase. It takes no twists and turns.
Fuck. That's a bad sign.
You go down about, I would say about maybe 4 flights of stairs. There's a door on each what seems to be a level. And then you go down another flight of stairs, but there's no door there.
No door there, but there's a door on the level. Alright.
But another level down is a door.
Oh, okay. I'll open that one.
You'll open that one. It is
Dodge
locked.
action.
Did you just say dodge action?
He did
Yes.
just say dodge action.
Okay. I'm going to take a this one. But carry on.
Are you going? It's locked, Croesus.
I open the door.
You open the door. It is locked. Do you use your key, Croesus?
I use my new key.
Oh, you use your new key. It doesn't fit. Actually, no. This key does fit in this lock. I take that back. Oh no, you mean the new key. Okay,
This is also a 9. That's an 18. Okay. 22.
Yep. That's okay. Yeah, you use your new skeleton key. It seems to work. The door disintegrates before you. There's a hallway, looking just like the hallway from before.
Were one of you, Kos is shouting up the stairs, come down here and fucking help!
I'm with you.
Shouting to the rest of the party.
To which you get a response. Oh, if only you had treated our guests better.
Where's
What?
the voice coming from?
Up, somewhere higher. Higher than you.
Well, that's not hard. I'm only a few feet high.
From the sounds of it, he's as high as a kite.
By the way, how's the tourism business?
Fishy.
It's not gonna go anywhere. Not with you.
You're right, it won't. It won't go anywhere. Nor will you.
Wait a minute.
You
Ever wonder where your tourism business started, lass?
Wasn't here.
Ever wonder how this place started to begin with?
I have
Good
any-
sir, I think you mistaken the mercury solution for alcohol.
Oh no, I certainly have not, as you totally don't hear bottles clicking around up somewhere.
Yeah, that sounds like mercury. Please don't actually do that.
Oh, but don't you know where this business begins? It began because of your friend there. It began because of Gorobash.
So, if we take care of him for you, then you can do what you want with your tourism business.
Hi, that I can.
So why are you
I-
stopping us from doing what we want to do?
Because I want you to do something for me.
What would that be?
We all have our problems. I have my problems. You have my problems. We all have even my fish have problems. It's okay. It's okay, boy. It's okay. The giants won't hurt you. The giants won't hurt you. I promise.
Get on with it then. What can we do to help you?
Listen. I need your help. I need your help. His terms are unacceptable. He asks for too much.
He's not gonna be asking for anything after this.
I want him to rescind the contract. Maybe in blood. That could work. Yes, in fact, I would like it in blood. That would be fantastic. I could frame it on the wall. I could frame it on the wall, show it to the next guest that comes in. Go, see, it is written in blood. Therefore, it is bound. This would be great. Yes, I must have his contract broken in blood.
So, Gorobash.
Uncovers his mouth.
His eyes have just grown to the size of UFOs.
What do you say we go upstairs to the nice fish man?
Whispering down to Gorbash's ear.
Intimidation at triple advantage.
Oh my gosh.
His
Do I need that much advantage?
contract.
Where's my intimidation?
You need
No.
triple advantage.
I wasn't even
Intimidation at
advantage.
25 is plenty. It is plenty. His eyes are the size of UFOs right now. Apparently, this man is scared to. The Gorobash is scared to death of this proposition that has just been posed to the party. Go ahead and mark him another minute off that list.
What minute? What list?
Not to worry, it's
we had
totally
5
fine.
minutes to get up there and get organized. We've wasted
Ah.
We have wasted nothing. The stupid stairs have wasted all our time.
If only we had 70 stars.
3. What's your contract with them? Tell us now.
You're speaking to Gorobash with this?
Yes. His mouth is uncovered.
First wants to own his own building. He thinks that rent is unbecoming of a business deal. He's a crazy old kook. What you hear again a voice coming down saying, "Excuse you, I am not a crazy kook. I am a businessman." And just suddenly, just the ceiling opens up and water pours up over his head and drenches him with much water.
I think he's less of a businessman, more of a wizard.
OOC. He said that he just doesn't want to pay rent, right?
Basically, that's what Gorobash has insinuated. By the way, he's not in the zone of truth right now.
That's fine.
We have a moving zone of truth. It's called someone's fist.
Hello.
I mean,
That was a joke.
I'm aware of that, and I appreciate the joke. It just may not be as effective as you think right
Oh,
now.
I realized
Wait.
that.
Did Marasi leave the room?
Last I checked, everybody left the room.
No, only Croesus and Philnon. We've both been in with...
Oh,
Did you leave the room?
I thought we
I
had
don't-
headed out and we were heading towards the wall or towards the stairs. But okay.
Okay, no, if
Not
we all
everybody
headed
was
towards the
leaving.
stairs. I didn't get that clear. Okay,
Okay.
no.
I was
then we're all
under the
going.
impression that everybody had left based on things that were said. So
Okay, I had missed that. That's just my mistake. Never mind.
that's okay. That's okay. Let's just make sure we're all on the same page. It's important. Go ahead.
Insight check on him then, to make sure
Insight
he's
check.
telling the truth.
Go ahead.
Oh, that is off the table.
Okay.
16? Yeah, 16.
He's a lying sack of shit right now, is what he is.
Puts a fist in his gut. Pulls him back by the hair again. Answer me.
Thinks rent's too high.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
16 again.
He does not seem to be lying right now.
What's his rent?
You just hear a voice from upstairs. I'll tell you what the rent is. He's charging me an arm and a leg. Do you see my leg? It is a peg leg here. He asks for a peg leg every goddamn time he comes down here. I just want my peg leg and my fish. He also charges me 2,000 gold every time he comes here. The scallywag. Valdir, you would know that 2,000 gold is an absolute, based on your background, you would know that 2,000 gold is an absolute atrocity what he's charging this man.
Yes, I would
quarter, probably a quarter of that would be a fair amount in a city like this. 2,000 gold is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's... I'd assume. All right,
Also,
fine.
also an arm and a leg is pretty atrocious too. That's also a thing. Yeah.
All right, we're coming up.
Sounds like war crimes.
War crimes? What are war crimes? There's no war going on right now.
No, not
I
yet.
don't know what you're talking about.
We're coming up, and he's gonna rescind that
Coming
section
up?
of the deal. He's gonna.
Sorry.
You're only gonna have to pay him 500 a month. No, looks at Gorbash. 150. 150 a month. That's it.
You can take that offer and shove it.
Punches him again. 150 a month.
You can take that offer and shove it. I'm already dead. As it is.
Okay.
Shove it to her.
At which point,
Free.
at which point, you hear the voice from upstairs. Well, 150 sounds reasonable, but can't I own my own building? I would love to own my own building. Can't I do that?
Well, I think
No, that's an
Gorbash here
option.
just said that he doesn't want the deal, so free sounds good, doesn't it, Gorbash?
Then you hear the voice upstairs. Free? I can own it for free. This is amazing deal. Can I get that in right? I still want that right. I still want that contract in blood. Can I have the contract in blood?
Yeah, you'll never owe Gorbash a penny.
Would fill on and
Can
Croesus
I
have returned
extract
right now?
blood myself?
One
You hear
finger.
this creepy, just incredibly creepy voice from upstairs, like almost as if his entire mood has shifted from crazy old bastard to I know exactly what the fuck I'm going to do to this bastard who screwed me for years and years and years, and you know the gears are turning, and you know he's going to make this man suffer.
We're in a bit of a hurry, so just a tiny bit.
I can get to rest later. You promise one. You promise one drop right now. I'll take the one drop right now. I want the rest later.
Deal.
I'll get you a vial.
Deal. and all of a sudden, the stairs that you saw behind you suddenly begin to form behind you, as if heading up even more more floors.
Let's move.
You reach the top of the stairs. 1 more minute ticked off the list. You're at the top.
I opened the top door.
You open the door. Who's first? Croesus is first, correct?
I'm taking the dodge action.
You open the
Fuck's
door and
sakes.
You embody the dodge action.
do you okay?
Fourth in line.
Who's the first one in line right now? I'm assuming that's Croesus, correct?
Sure.
Croesus, you see an old man just flailing himself at you, hugging you for such a wonderful deal.
Get off.
Should have taken the dodge action, man.
I was
As we're
opening
piling out the door, shouting to the guard captain, "Go!"
The guard captain is hustling at this point.
I hurry up the stairs and.
I want my blood right now!
Don't worry, he's coming on a platter. I walk forward a little bit. 5
And
feet.
his
10,
eyes
15,
light up.
20. Oh, look! Who's at the top of the stairs? But it's Gorbash tied up like a fish.
The biggest smile on his face, his eyes light up as if he has received the greatest present in the history of presents. You have served him up, not just on a platter, Magnus, you have served him up on a shiny platter. A shiny, magical platter that floats.
Yes.
This pleases him. And he's like, excuse me, what are my manners? I should probably get my tools out. And he grabs one gigantic gutting knife out of his desk. You said 1 drop, right?
1 drop.
1 drop. And he takes the knife and he gently slits his 4th finger, and he squeezes the finger for 1 drop into a small vial. I got my 1 drop. I got my 1 drop. The deal is satisfied. Go. Do what you need to do.
To the north. Unless anybody has anything else they want.
And the door just by itself swings wide open for the party. As the man is dancing he is doing a jig with his 1 peg leg. You just hear it pounding on the floor like this is the happiest man. You've made this man so happy here today.
Why do we always end up treating the crazy people to fountains of gold? How does this keep happening? This has happened like 3 times. Right?
Because I don't want to deal with the crazy.
I mean, I guess having the... that being said, having Frederick on our side has been an amazing boon, and I saw him again, and this was great.
Who is this Frederick, and why am I already nervous about him?
Explosion
We say
Man.
as We're sprinting to the north.
Yes. Damn, I want my short rest.
Okay,
But you
so- So, long and short of this guy, he created, going on and on about it. He's the man who created all the explosion alchemy vials. You remember him?
Say that one more time. You're talking about who again? Sorry.
King knows him. Croesus doesn't.
I'm explaining to Croesus, the person who made the explosion alchemy vials. You know, the big nuke, the guy who's always...
Him.
Him.
Okay.
Yes. Now you know.
Yeah.
He wasn't there. That was after.
Croesus was
That was
there.
before Croesus.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was before Croesus. Yep.
Smiles timeline.
Yes.
I still have his flesh. I have to do something with it.
You what?
Okay.
Oh, you'll
Carry
talk about
on.
having a dark campaign. Got it.
What do you mean dark campaign? No, not at all.
Not at all.
Silly people.
As everyone suddenly starts hiding their secrets.
If Valdir goes to the rooftops, can he see the port?
You can see the port. The port.
How
is
many ships
perfect.
are in it?
At current, maybe 6 or 7.
Good.
Let's say 6.
6. All of about the Afridi size?
No, I would say probably the Afridi is the 2nd largest ship in port right now.
Yeah, alright.
The largest one being what appears to be some sort of a transportation hauler of some sort.
See, this can't be an evil campaign. I'm eating a sandwich right now.
But are you eating chocolate chip cookies?
Please, I wish. I wish.
Because that would be the true evil, because they're not shared.
But like
Anyway.
Gorbash.
Anyway. Yeah, you would see that there's no, there the sea is calm.
It's more so the ships. That's the most important bit.
There are 6 ships in port right now. One of them is your ship. 5 other ships. 4 of them are fairly small, probably only enough to field maybe a couple of them only about 5 or 6 people. A couple of them look like they would fit maybe, I would say probably 40 people or so, and the big one is for like big cargo, like huge cargo. Like you're hauling over thousands of tons worth of ore cargo.
Yeah.
That size. Very big. Transportation and whatnot. Anyway, and yours is the right below that in size and above everything else.
And looking out over the north wall.
With the buildings here, you'd have to travel about maybe 2 turns to get a good line of sight over the wall, but you can hear at this moment and feel the sounds, not of silence, because I know somebody was thinking it. The sound of just but it's not one set. It sounds like, it almost sounds like several of them. It's like they're just slightly off, but you can tell that, you can kind of tell that this is more than one. Give me an insight, no, not an insight check. Give me an investigation check.
Always investigation.
At
13.
advantage based on the fact that you've experienced this before at close range.
Nat 20.
Not 20. That's not just one giant.
I figured as much.
That's not just 2 giants.
4 giants.
That's not just 4 giants.
I think it's somewhere around 10.
Is it a
That's
gaggle
not-
of
that's-
giants?
It could be a no, I'm not going to say it.
Maybe a quaking of giants.
That sounds about right.
It's not just 8 giants. It's not just 10 giants.
Or would it be a rumble?
A group of giants is called Wumble.
Is the Attack on Titan theme playing?
Give that about 30 seconds, because what you see before you, Voldir, and what you now see as you reach your point of your vantage point. I don't need that music anymore.
Da 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 ba da 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 da. Okay, I'm done.
Not to worry. Not to worry. By the way, fun fact, did you know the northern wall is noticeable wall, Maria? No, just kidding. You see before you, Voldir, a full squadron of giants.
No, we went over this as a rumble.
Marching almost as if they are in formation.
How much is the squadron? Thinking of planes, and that's like 4.
Probably somewhere around 10 or
20 giants.
Oh boy.
It's a lot of giants.
It's
That
like,
is,
what's-
if I dare
what's the
say,
number?
giant number of giants.
And as you reach your vantage point, within seconds of reaching it, you see one of the giants marching out of formation, approaching the wall, and smashing the wall with a gigantic club. This appears to be a giant that you've seen before, a sort of hill giant, same coloration of skin and size and everything. Just smashed the wall as if it was nothing.
Sprinting into up ahead. until I'm on the wall, like near the area he's smashing.
At which point, when that happens and everybody else is out on the street level as well, you can hear panic on the streets once again. By the way, everyone's on the streets right now.
Except Valdir.
Except Valdir, who's on the roofs, because apparently Valdir likes roofs.
Valdir's approaching the walls at this point.
Okay, what's the rest of the party doing?
Going that way.
Going the way of the northern wall, because you can't see it, but you could hear stuff from the north. The sounds of destruction. Definitely the destruction of a wall.
I unsummon the cork that I placed in the
Not to worry.
nightmare dimension of an inn that was.
Cool. Okay, it's gone.
Nightmare?
Poof.
It felt like one. This will be useful later.
At least you didn't have to sleep there, right?
It wasn't so
Kinda wish I
bad.
did. I don't have any spells.
Oh,
Yeah, right now most of us are running dry.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see how this goes.
what's the party doing?
Valdir, these are your friends, right?
Am I within earshot? Because I think...
Sure. Let's just hand wave it and say yes.
Thought so. They said they were going home.
Maybe they consider this as their territory.
Gonna have a damn good talk with them.
I'm going to break that one if you don't
by-
mind.
By the way, Valdir, remember when it was mentioned before about big scary red giant thing by Macru?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember you
Yeah.
saying
Someone-
anything
someone-
about
I
that.
remember
Someone-
that.
Yeah.
Someone. I remember multiple people. You were within earshot. Oh wait, no, you weren't there. That's right. Valdir was not there.
Nope.
Okay, so let me paint a word picture for you here, because there are different types of giants involved here. There is one of them that appears to be like, you would understand military formation, so you would know that the big freaking red giant seems to be the one at the tip of the spear. Basically, he is wielding what appears to be a gigantic battle axe. Probably the size of the entire, like the height of the entire wall is its length. It stands at about maybe 75, 80 feet tall. And it is marching with a purpose. Behind it are an assortment of giants, different skin colors, different varying heights, all walking in lockstep with this red giant. And just he lets forth almost as if a battle cry. And with that, the giants begin to scatter all across town and begin to smash up the town. One building at a time. These giants are fanning out across the northern line, and you just hear shouts amongst the guards as orders start going down the line and whatnot. You see ballistas turned inward towards the wall as a few ballistas fire, one of them landing in the shoulder of one of the giants, but is quickly dealt with as the red giant then steps in front of that giant that just got hit, and its axe just smashes into the wall. Not business in, just flat, and it just flat. It's like there's an indent on the wall right now of about maybe a foot, in which everything that was under it is now basically the equivalent of a pancake, a human pancake. All this happens in the span of about 6 seconds.
Unpleasant.
Party's move.
Valdir just sprinting max speed to get within earshot of the giants.
Okay. Is anyone not sprinting towards the giants? Let's start there.
Nope.
Valdir,
Yeah.
you're shouting towards the giants, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. You don't seem to get any response from the giants who none of them seem to recognize your voice or anything of that nature. Roll a investigation check at normal follow-up, please.
Yeah, 14.
As far as you can tell, based on this, you can reasonably assume that these giants that are in front of you, none of them are the giants that you met in prison down below. And would not recognize you. Also, you would see something in the head, in the other hand, the free hand of the red giant seems to be carrying a head, a giant's head. I think you can put 2 and 2 together from there, Valdir. He throws the head into a building about 50 feet out, and it just caves to the head. Now you can begin your attack on Titan Fiend, by the way.
Oh, I was gonna do
I
be
wanna
bold.
sign and me Cindy.
Valdir, do you tell the people who were not there with the giants that, hey, one of your giants' friends is currently just ahead?
Yes, I would be telling them and saying that apparently these guys are not allied with the giants that were part of the deal? Question mark?
The DM nods. Also, you might be able to not with that 14. No. That I would say your response to that would be reasonable, though. That they are not allied with the giants that you met down below. At this point, everyone in the party can see that red giant, and everybody who was party to the conversation, which would be everyone except Voldir at this point, would recognize at this point that this is probably that red giant that was being referred to by those kobolds.
Alright.
Gorbash, do you have anything to say?
They're here.
Right, thank you for your observation.
Can you tell me anything about the ore?
I'm sorry?
Can you tell me anything about the ore, Gorbash?
It won't matter in about 5 minutes.
Aye, may as well tell me then.
Why would I do that? They'll grant me the death I want. You won't.
Alright, Kobo said they were only scared of this singular giant, yes?
They were literally terrified of this giant.
Other
It is
giants
the-
seem to be following this giant, yes?
Oh yeah. They are very clearly following the red giant's directions at this point. Or at least they were walking in lockstep with this red giant who was at the tip of the spear, basically, in this formation, before they spread out.
Right then. Do
Does
you guys want to leave this place?
I have one idea. It is a bad idea. It is not going to work.
I just need to know, do you guys want to stay this or leave this place?
I don't really see any way we could win this fight.
If the giants are currently scattered, and right now the red giant seems to be by himself, and he seems to be central. We can take him on.
If we kill him, will the others fall back? That's the worry. And if not, then this is well the deal. What if we challenge him to a one-on-one?
We made a formal challenge one-on-one.
Morossi is typing. You see Croesus, he grins.
I also volunteer.
So much volunteers tribute right now.
Though we'll have to see if we can get a short rest first.
Gondor calls for aid.
Too
If
bad
we
we
can
don't.
open the
Guys!
discourse with him.
Guys, the entire city's being destroyed. Let's take a short rest.
I mean, if we can ask them for a break before the challenge.
If we can call for a timeout. Timeout, guys. And then we'll have the fight later.
Does anybody have particularly strong time magic? Wait, that'd be me.
What do you mean by time magic?
It's I don't know. Yeah, I got nothing.
I would suggest that we just take on this giant and fucking kill him. If the others don't retreat, well, at least the kobolds will thank us. If they do retreat, well, the kobolds and the citizens of Ironfog will thank us.
Does anyone in our party know anything about giant social structures?
You also hear, as this destruction is happening, the sound of a singular horse.
I don't like this.
Isn't it during the day?
It is during the day.
I still don't like this.
I think that might be time to run.
Oh, goodness. Not again.
You hear what the sounds of a horse, a singular horse's hoof prints from the south.
So we're between the giants and the horse.
Basically, yes.
I believe that horse is the one that you guys fought before, because I have yet to see a single horse in this town. Yeah?
You have not seen a single horse in this town, Croesus.
Alright.
I motion we evacuate.
I concur.
Alright. Fine. Just leave the town and let it get ravaged. Yeah, that's fine.
I need to know the relative locations to people around Gorabash, please.
Gorabash must be 20 feet behind my current direction of movement.
20
Because-
feet, very good. Okay.
I'd probably
Let,
be with
let me rephrase the question. Is anyone within
me look at it.
15 feet of Gorabash right now?
Yes.
I don't know.
Marassi within 15, okay.
I would be where Valdir is.
You would be not within 15.
Me?
Yeah, you would not be
Sure.
within 15 right now. Because I think Voldir is not within 15. Voldir's on the
No,
rooftop,
Valdir is
right?
not within 15. Valdir went to scout ahead, as
That's-
said.
That's why I'm saying you're not within 15. So,
I and
you're good.
Marassi were following Valdir. So
Okay, so Marassi would be... Okay, so Marassi would not be within 15. Magnus would be within 20, but not within 15, so Magnus is okay. Who is within 15? Croesus?
Sure, let's go there.
Okay. Tonon.
Yep.
The two of you, how close are you? Within 5 feet?
I'd say within 5, yeah.
Croesus, what about you? Within 5?
Not as close now.
So outside of 5, but within 15. The two of you would feel the air change around you, not like a void being created, but almost as if the heat and the air itself the life itself from the air is being drained out of it. Philnon, this feeling would be much more intense with your location compared to Croesus. You would feel it just like almost suddenly, like the air would become not dead, but more so the absence of life.
Is this an anti-life
It's
show?
cold. It's a very cold, dark feeling. But it's cold in the sense of absence of as opposed to presence of. It's not decay, but it's the absence of warmth.
Void.
How long does this take?
Within a matter of a couple of seconds. Effectively 1 round.
Okay.
So I don't have time to
Gorabash at this point feels this absence of warmth. And he is suddenly in a panic.
What's going on, Gorbash?
Gorabash is yelling something. No, not anything but that.
What's that, Gorbash? Getting cold feet?
He's unresponsive to anyone attempting to talk with him right now.
Even to shitty puns?
Even to shitty puns.
Okay.
Magnus, move.
Okay.
You hear the sounds of hoof prints accelerating.
Can we see behind us now?
Those of you who are on the rooftops, perception. Now that you hear, since you heard the hoofs and the charging at this point, I need a perception check from the 3 of you who are on the roofs. At advantage based on height and scouting.
19.
Nat 20 for
27.
Rossi.
1 second.
Mhm.
Passive doesn't count, right?
Not for this. This would require active for exact location. Octaya, 21 would pass. Naura, what was your roll again?
19.
19 will pass. The 3 of you very clearly see off in the not too far off from where the other 3 that you left on the ground. You see a hard charging Alina heading towards their position. Distance at this point is, let me confirm that for you. Distance 120. Those of you who are on the ground cannot see her yet.
Do I know direction of the hoof
South.
sounds?
South of you.
Okay.
120, she's in range.
She is 120. Let me rephrase that. It's 120 south of the party that's on the ground. For those of you who are up,
completely out of superiority.
you're about 150 from the rooftops.
Do you alert the rest of the party? Just asking out of character.
You know, it's these kinds of things that I'd really want a war horn for.
Rossi sends a message to Croesus. By the way, Marassi, you are within 120 of the party, but you're 150 away from Alina, if that makes sense.
150 away from Jack.
No. Oh, you weren't here for that. That's right.
No, I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
You're about to find out what's going on.
Hi, how are you?
Basic short story. Giants to the north, undead horse lady to the south. This undead horse lady is the same one that Koshiro killed.
When
Magnus moved, and presumably the disc as well. Did the void thing move as well?
Croesus, you receive a message from Marasi. Sorry, go ahead.
Me?
No, I'm saying Croesus gets a message from Marasi. Filnon, go ahead.
So I was asking when Magnus moved, and presumably the disc with Gorbash on it, did the void effect move as well with it?
Yes, that's how that works. You would know this. The disc moves with Magnus.
But did the cold
the void.
void feeling move with Gorbash? Or is
Oh.
it centered on a point in space that isn't attached
So
to
you're moving away from the spot then, is that correct?
Yes!
Direction that you're heading, please.
East.
East, okay. So you're moving towards the center of town right now, is that correct?
I think we should move towards the ship wherever that way is.
The ship would be west of you.
I mean, I don't really have any concept of direction right now, so I'm going to say
Okay.
west instead.
So yeah, okay. So let me paint you a picture here. You're fairly close to the dock right now. You're about 600 feet from the dock right now, from your current position. East is towards the middle of town. North is where the giants are. South is where your favorite undead pale horse rider is coming from. West is the dock, 600 feet from your ship, basically.
Okay. I go towards the ship.
You would know that as you move away from that position, anyone who is everybody following Magnus right now? Those who are on the
It
ground.
seems like it's the only possible direction we can go.
I'm talking about for those who are on the ground.
Don't move immediately.
The reason I'm asking that question is because there was a question asked about the cold feeling, and I'm going to answer that question. As Gorbash moves, the cold does not follow Gorbash.
Okay.
You would know it is fixed within a point.
Okay.
It's very close to you.
Yeah, I move out to the cold and then start following Magnus.
That feeling begins to dissipate. It still lingers within the air, but it's much fainter as you move away from that point.
I am going to follow Madness, but I'm going to position myself so that the hoof beats are between me and Madness.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow along, but I'm taking to the roofs.
Okay, filling onto the roofs. That'll consume your turn. Then let's go to what's going on in town right now. As the Northern Guard begins to seems to be collecting itself right now after this initial assault. It looks like the Northern Guard captain has begun to take control of his Northern Guard. Another battalion starts to move in that general direction. Looks like from an easterly direction. For those of you who are on the roofs, you can see guards moving in that general direction from the east. Those of you who are also on the roofs would see the guards from the west basically moving from their barracks to the south end of town. They seem to be disinterested in what's about to happen. You would see what appears to be the starting point of a counterattack forming within the Northern Guard at this point. It looks like citizens are being corralled to some degree. The giants begin to smash more buildings. The northern wall now, the gate is completely decimated by one of the giants. Another section of wall, and now basically there is about a 150-foot swath of wall that has just been completely smashed down by the giants, as the giants now have invaded the city proper. The northern gate has effectively fallen. From the south, the hoof noises become louder and louder and louder until those of you who are on the ground can now see her as she pulls on the reins and sees the three of you on the ground and sees Gorabash on the disc, bound. Oh, hello there. Fancy meeting you again. Looking directly at Magnus.
Yeah, it seems we run into each other at least once every few...
Oh, but not to worry. I'm not here for you today.
Ah.
As
I suppose it's him.
as a beam of fire exits her finger, and pierces straight through Gorabash's heart.
Oh.
A distance you're looking at right now, you could reasonably assume 60 feet. Yeah, let's say 60.
And what about the rest of us?
Those on the ground within 30. Those on the roof, 60.
My roof. I'm on the roof, so my.
You're on the roof. You're on the roof.
I'm with the ground group. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so my 30 or 60.
You're at 60 right now. You're on the roof.
Okay.
At which point, after she fires her, after she hits her mark, she turns away from the party. Her back now facing the group that's down on the ground.
Well, okay, take care then, I suppose.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be back later.
Maybe
She's
more
not done anything
civil.
just yet. She's not done anything yet other than turn her back towards the group at this point. It is now the roof group's turn. Voldir, Octaya Marasi, and Philnon.
I will go toward the horse lady.
Okay. Still on the roofs?
Moving on the roofs, yes.
Okay. You're going to close the distance at this point. The closest you can get while still staying on the roofs would be 20 feet.
Okay. I'll stay there.
Okay. Any action that you take, or just moving closer?
Flame blade.
Say that again. Flame blade. Okay, very good. That's a bonus action.
That's it. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. You're holding off on everything else at this point, so it's concentration up to 10 minutes. Okay. Very good. Voldir, what about you?
Hold on 1 second. Sorry. If you're doing concentration.
Yeah, it is concentration. Marasi, that's
Just
no
remember
problem.
I have that.
Yeah, that's fine. It's still concentration, though.
That's fine. I just want to make sure you
I'm
knew
just
I
saying,
had that.
I'm aware of that. Yep. What I'm saying, though, is if you had any other concentration spells, those would be dropped right now. So, yeah, you're good.
I don't
good.
have any other spells right now.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. Yeah, Voldir and Marasi, what about you? What are you doing?
Suppose the only thing Voldir can do in the situation is going to be go talk to the Northguard captain, try and tell him to try and organize the civilians onto the large freighter.
Okay. And by the way, those of you who are on the roof would have heard what was going on the ground. So just FYI. Okay, so Voldir's heading north. Marasi, what about you? Just getting closer? Turn undead within 30 feet. Yeah, you're within 30 feet. I need to make a charisma saving throw, I believe. Is that correct? Let's see. Wisdom, thank you.
That should be 17.
Yeah.
Or
No,
16,
16.
sorry.
Yeah. Remember, this is on against her cleric spell DC.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 15. Okay. I'm now arm flailing mad right now at that roll. Let me get the second roll because I have to make 2 rolls. Okay, well, I rolled a natural roll that would have been good enough, except for the point where, well, it doesn't pass. Yeah, they both fail. Both Alina and the horse fail. To which she yells in your direction, "I said I wasn't here for you!" And she begins to run and disappear into almost as quickly as she appeared. The feeling of cold, the absence of warmth, has completely dissipated. Good news, one problem solved. Bad news, still the problem of the giants up north. That brings us to Philnon. Philnon still has the rest of his turn, I believe.
Well, she's gone, so I'd just like to use whole body.
Sorry?
And I'd like to use wholeness of body and yell at Magnus to the ship.
Okay, you're going to the ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Magnus to go to the ship.
Okay, so you're going to guard those going to the ship. Let's go to those on the ground. Croesus, Magnus.
I'm okay to use wholeness of body.
I'm sorry?
I am okay to use wholeness of body.
Pop it, please. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm continuing to head towards the ship.
Okay. Croesus, what about you?
That was a in character conversation towards Morossi since she's on the roofs, and she's the only one that I can see there.
You'd be able to see Octaya as well on the roofs.
Fine,
As well
it's
as
to
Philon.
both of them then.
And Philnon, but just not Voldir. Voldir's already scooted north.
Yes.
You can see everybody else. Yeah, you see them. Okay, so you shout to those who are on the rooftops. Okay.
Yes.
Voldir, you can also hear this as you're still within earshot. Because this is being yelled up in your direction. General direction, I should say.
Okay.
Okay,
Any
so Croesus
response?
stating intent. I'll give you a response. Right now it's free move.
Any response from you guys?
Response from the roofs.
So it's
All
Deer
good.
should be out of shouting distance.
I'm
because he's
allowing-
running.
I'm allowing Voldir to be within shouting distance of this.
He's gonna respond already on it.
Mm-hmm. Ataya will, since Croesus can see her, nod.
Still flame blade in hand.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm. Correct me if I'm wrong. You've got 10 minutes of that flame blade. Is that correct? Yes, you do. 10 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. That's going to be important for how long it takes you to get there. It'll be actually within the time frame, so you're okay.
Good.
That'll stay up. Okay. Yeah, that'll stay up. You can see that you'll probably have enough time to. It'll be within your time frame of keeping that flame blade up. You'll get there to the giants. So yeah, you're good there.
Croesus heads north.
Croesus heads north. Magnus, what about you?
I don't know.
You're currently the only one on the ground. Currently with a fresh Gorabash corpse on your floating disc. Only the freshest politicians served on that platter.
This corpse can be used for a few things, so anyway.
Wait! I'm pretty sure that's next week, right?
Wait, what?
Possibly.
I mean, sometimes not.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. I had to get that shot in. Go ahead.
Oh, yes. Oh, you made me remember. Oh, thank you very much. Yes. Wait, no, yeah.
Maybe. Potentially.
I continue. How far away am I from the ship?
I'm going to say you can free move to the ship at this point. There's nothing but daylight between you and the ship. If you want to get there, you're good. It's going to take you some time. But you'll get
I
there.
know, which is why I'm estimating time.
What is your movement speed?
30 feet. I can take a dash action and make
For
it 60
60.
feet per round.
You need 9 more turns. So basically, 9 more turns puts you at 10 turns.
I'll be there in a
Basically,
minute.
Literally a minute. Yeah.
Nice.
Phil non.
Right.
I'm not gonna have y'all fight those giants here today. It's already late enough where it's like, nah. I think this is a good place to stop.
It's only
Okay.
one giant. Yeah,
I think this is a good place to stop. Quick note for everybody here: Croesus is running a campaign, and his campaign starts next Sunday. So we'll be taking a short break from our campaign here to have the session 1 for Croesus' new campaign, which is supposed to be super spoopy. Ooh.
Yes.
Yes, there might be skeletons, and they might already be inside of us.
Hey,
but
no,
who knows?
Okay.
Feuding might intensify too. Who knows? But hey, you'll have to tune in next week to find out. For those of you watching, and for those of you here, we get to have a fantastic new campaign in which we have a spoopy atmosphere, and I can't wait to meet everybody's characters. I'm gonna be a character as opposed to a DM. So there.
Whoa!
I know, right?
You were a character and a DM in our last.
Yeah, but now I'm gonna be only a character, not a DM.
Sometimes you're also a character and a DM in this one.
Sometimes I also like to roleplay a character. Sometimes I also like to roleplay a D&D player roleplaying a character.
Oh my god.
I know, right? I
Yes.
know. But I think we can go ahead and call it here. Petrie, if you wouldn't mind, take us away.
Okay, so that's it for this week. And as I said, we're doing something else for the next week. So we'll be back to this campaign eventually, but stay tuned next week for spoopy times. We're getting into Halloween, so who knows what's gonna happen. See ya!